Hey guys, how's everything been? Sorry for the wait. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Turn your notifications on. Let's have a time.
This two-part reunion of Meet2Marry brings the highs, the heartbreaks, and
Man, don't start that crying shit.
everything in between.
But you also don't get a chance to disrespect me either.
Oh Lord, she didn't made him so mad. She didn't knock that big eye muscles loose. Now he cockeyed. He been over this shit since the beginning of time. He's been over it. Look at his drink. His drink is down and low. Look at her drink. High into the sky. He needs another one. At this point in time, if you stressing me out, not stressing, if you stressing me out, you stressing me out that much, I'm gonna take your drink your drink too. A lot of y'all wonder why, oh, he drank too much, oh, she drank too much. A lot of times people gotta drink to get around you. You're no fun, to be around you. You no fun, you boring, you annoying. Nigga need a drink. Damn, I missed y'all. God damn, I've been knocking these gaming channels out, man. I'm knocking gaming channel. TPindell got gaming channel coming soon.
I'm not
I mean, new uploads coming soon.
Then again,
And you need to stop with that all that damn makeup.
you also don't get a chance to disrespect me either.
You too young to have all that makeup. You see how it's creasing in? Let me your smile lines. You too young to you throw all that makeup on like that. Let your beauty shine, baby. Put your little lip on or something, a little mascara or something. If that, put a little powder, put a little darkness powder in your eyebrow. Y'all know y'all like to color your eyebrow a little bit, get them tinted. But other than that, moisturize. Really don't even put them on your little shoulder, some Carmex, and moisturize and kill it. You don't need to do none of this.
Hold on,
then
because
again,
you've cut
you
me
disrespect me
off.
by
You've
I
kind
cut
of
you wins.
disrespected me this whole time.
I think the biggest issue in all of it was miscommunication, not trying to
And you gotta be an idiot still. It's not no miscommunication. The biggest issue was that she didn't like you. That's what it is, man.
understand.
If you felt that way, I still don't understand then why continue to do the show.
My attitude didn't change from the time I walked through the door to the time I walked back out that door.
That left a lot of viewers questioning what happened. I don't really want to say what happened. That left a lot of viewers.
Shout out to the drinkers. That nigga need a drink. She on that drink. My dog was drinking up front too.
Questioning what happened. I don't really want to say what happened.
Oh my God.
Like I told you before, you're not a villain in my story. You're not even a character. So let's really get it all the way together.
So buckle up, grab your popcorn, because the truth starts to come out. It's about to get heated.
I got my AC on, so I'm straight. She ain't gotta worry about no hair getting in your drink.
Welcome to this season's reunion, Meet2Marry, and we made it, y'all. Finally, we're here. And I want to thank everybody for showing up today. We have everyone, well, not everyone, in the building with us, but I'm happy for those of y'all that showed up. I'm with my beautiful wife, D, with us, but I'm happy.
You know who we missing? We missing the Baltimore shorty, the shorty from Maryland, and the one that said that boy stink. That's who we missing.
For those of y'all that showed up, I'm with my beautiful wife, Dion. How about it?
Hey.
And I'm your host, GMT. So let's do a round table real quick. How's everyone going?
Good.
How y'all feeling?
Good.
Well,
Amazing.
well, y'all look good. Let's start there. Y'all look blessed.
Thank you.
You put it on to that.
I tried.
All this damn,
All
this damn body glimmer and shimmer. Oh man, take that shit out, man. Only time you need that much glitter if you playing mass at carnival. If you on the road, you know what I mean? It's shit. That's it. You a masquerader.
Put it on to that.
I tried.
We try. We try to do a little something for the people.
So,
Man, let's
so
get
I like to
into
start.
it, man.
Let's get into a little quick banter. Tamara, how are you?
I am exceptional. I cannot complain.
Nice. And my God, Rashene, how have you been?
Hey man, I've been ecstatic. I've been wonderful. Things have been going great. So glad to be here.
Fantastic.
That's a forced fake smile right there. I can't wait to get
Mr.
into this.
Kendra, talk to us. What's good?
I've been good. Living life, spreading joy.
I love it. Love to hear it. And what about you, my guy, Marcus?
Hey man, I'm blessed to be here, and just life's been blessed for me. So I nothing but amazing. Thanks, boo.
We love it. We love to hear it. My guys, hi Nathan, talk to us. What's
You're
up?
doing phenomenal.
Right.
Yeah, no complaints.
Right.
Boy, them braces still on, boy. When them damn braces come on? They look like they're ready.
Love to hear. Yeah.
I've been doing great. I've been working.
Working?
I've been working.
Hard. Really? Okay.
Work don't stop, but I've been good.
Love to hear it. And Jasmine.
I'm feeling good, feeling blessed on this good Sunday. Happy to be here. Happy to meet
Happy
everybody.
Sunday,
That's on the show.
And Mr. Taco Bell.
Hey, you got one. Now
What's up, my guy?
I feel blessed. I feel good. I'm just glad to be here.
Love to hear it. All right. So we are here. Listen. I know y'all love how much y'all love me on camera, but I'm gonna leave my wife to host this reunion because she got this one. Look at her. Well, she looks amazing.
Got in capable hands. Y'all good.
She's a capable head. She got this, y'all. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.
All right, guys. So we are back. Are y'all excited?
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, let's just hop right into it. Miss Kendra, girl. How you doing?
I'm okay.
All right. So, firecracker, big personality, and we have a couple of questions for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So, your personality being a topic of discussion between the viewers, has that been something that, people have talked about being a little bit too much to handle?
No, never.
Not in dating, ever?
Ever. Not in dating.
Okay. So one of the biggest things also you mentioned this season was men's mental health. That was really big. What was the driving force for this passion project
Please
for
let
you?
us know.
Because I'm divorced. I'll just say this. Because of the divorce and finding the reason why my ex-husband wasn't able to communicate with me. Finding out the reason is part of the reason why. Because he told me 6 months after we finalized the divorce, why? Everything was going on. And I'm just like, you still would have had your wife if you would have told me that.
Wow.
So it's feeling like you have no control over your relationship when you're trying to, not control, but you're just trying to communicate.
Right.
So that's why I did it.
So why
Because
you
we were
did?
together for 8 years.
That's
So why you didn't communicate with that man sitting next to you that you never was really into him? That he really never did it for you. Why didn't you communicate that?
interesting. And especially now that you're expounding, which is great. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the viewers from the other content creators were a little skeptical about how genuine that was. But hearing your reasoning now, I mean, that is top notch and kudos to you to being more of an advocate in that regard. So let's switch gears to this handsome gentleman to your left, Mr. Marcus. You ended up choosing Marcus. So what was the catalyst for that choice?
Please tell us.
Marcus seemed more interested in relationship more than the other guys. He seemed more serious. And because I am a goofball, because I am a hyper energetic person, I prefer someone that's calm. Simply because that's how I am. Every guy that I've ever dated has always been like the calm version. I'm the firecracker. I'm the energy. I'm all of that. So I can clearly calm it down, as you can see, but it just depends on where I'm at when I'm doing it.
Okay. Well, we'll dive into more of that between the two of you later. Yeah. So we do have some commentary from our viewers. We have Miss Jones 8123. Who asks, why did Kendra choose Marcus? She doesn't seem into him. Also, did she make it up to him for being 3 hours late? Well,
Dang it.
I think that was technically 2 hours late, but we'll talk about that later. We'll put a pin in that. So we are actually missing one of our
Damn, let her answer the rebuttal.
beautiful young ladies.
Who?
Her name was Abby. She was actually one of the fan favorites, and she couldn't be here today due to unforeseen circumstances. So hopefully
What she got?
everything
Weather bad?
works out for her. But we do have her choice for the day, J-Mont,
Oh, okay.
Mr. Taco Bell.
What
See,
you
you
took-
get to a point.
Now the viewers wanted to know, were you serious about that?
Nah,
Say the Taco Bell.
I wasn't serious, but I just seen that she was more so like, okay. I mean, if she wasn't serious, she would have out gate say, nah, no Taco Bell. Then I would have, okay, maybe let me change my wording or what I want to say next. Because I'm the type of guy,
Mhm.
I like going adventures.
Mhm.
Taco Bell wasn't the, you feel, it was just, I just want to see where her head was. Because most women, it's hard to explain it, but most women, like, first date is very, very important to them. So I just want to see if Taco Bell, okay, maybe it's not my guy. But I'm the type of adventures guy. I like to go to, like, amusement parks, skating.
Why did you
Just, I like to
mention
have
Taco
fun.
Bell?
Well, being that one of the reasons why she kind of recanted on her decision was because of mentioning Taco Bell. Do you kind of feel like maybe kind of doing that test, you shouldn't do that
Shot
anymore?
yourself in the foot.
Not necessarily. I mean, if she really wanted to get to know me, she would have gave me I mean, not saying she'd give me a second chance, but that's not me.
Stubborn. He's stubborn.
Okay, fair enough. So,
Taco
another
Bell ain't me.
question. You mentioned not really being a fan of adoption, but then finding out that Abby is actually an adoptee. Did that make you kind of think of, or do you regret, rather, having that sentiment? Like you mentioned specifically, you only wanted to take care of your seed.
I just would prefer that. I don't have no, I'm pretty sure women have came to me like, I want to adopt a kid. Okay. I mean, that's okay, but I would prefer my own kid. I'm not saying adoption is not something I wouldn't, like, I'll adopt a kid. If that came to it, like, want to adopt a kid, take care of it, we could go about that. But I prefer my own seed. Like, okay, that's my child. I raised that child. But the same thing, I'm still going to raise the adoption child too.
Okay. Well, let's open it up to the floor here with you guys, specifically the gentlemen. How do you feel about adoption? Is that something that could be a deal breaker for you or a deterrent in a relationship, or are you like all for it?
I'm all for it. I want like 10 kids. So even if that's adopting, you know, I mean, get it how I get it. I need a whole community.
You mean his
Yeah. You're gonna need some millions of dollars, brother. That sound good. Pop one out, see how it go down. I need a whole, that sound good. That sound about early 20s, some shit you say around 22, 23. I want 10 kids. Ooh, boy.
football team.
Yeah, all of that.
No, I'll go ahead, bro.
And who's carrying all of these kids? I guess y'all gonna have to, I don't know. Let's go, y'all.
I'm sorry.
No, that was it.
No, I'm all for it as well. In my family, we all believe children, no matter where they come from, are the future. And so, you know, if you feed,
Man, don't come on here with this damn pageant answer.
I feel like it takes
I
a
believe that
community to
children
raise one
are
child anyway.
future.
So
Wishing
I feel
well,
like
let
as
them
men,
lead the
especially
way.
like adopting kids, making them your own, like
Uh-huh.
that pushes them forward in life.
Push 'em.
So
Heave.
Okay, thank you, Rashene.
Yeah, so no, I would prefer having my own children. If it came to a point where for some reason she couldn't have children or for some reason it wasn't an option, then I would look at it. But I want my own seed, some of the way J-Mont said. I would prefer to have my own children the natural way. But if something happened or if she couldn't happen, then I would go down that adoption route. I would at least entertain it, but that's not one of the first. Want to be a first or second option of mine.
We're going to switch gears and talk to Miss Aaliyah here.
I said it.
The songstress, the young songstress from Winthrop, University. Hey. You came here with an open heart and a Gen Z attitude. So you had quite the pickings. You had Vontae, who had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children. And so that was one of the biggest debates online, is women with children and choosing men with children, especially with multiple partners. Yeah. So what was your reasoning behind saying no outside of the obvious, I would suppose, about Vontae?
That's a good question.
There really wasn't no real debate for real. I can say that to say like he said he had 5, 6 kids and 4 different baby moms. It was very important to me at first to make sure I asked like, what's that relationship like with each
It don't matter.
mother?
Yeah.
But aside from that, him saying like he would want more after that, and I'm like, you don't want to settle down? Maybe let's chillax a little bit first. I don't know. I'm only 23. I feel like that would have been a lot to take on. Stepping into a
brand new relationship.
Yeah, and I wasn't even gonna say a town. Stepping into a town anew with the mayor. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. So I want to open this question up to the gentlemen. Do you guys feel that there's a double standard with women and men, or between women and men, when it comes to having children with multiple partners?
No, I just think the double standard with just having children in general. No, it's not really double. I think it's pretty much the same. I just know for most women don't want to date, if they don't have no kids, they don't want to date a man with kids, and same vice versa. You know, the guys got an easier route most time, because most of the time the home base for the child is with the mom. You know what I mean? So you dating a guy that has a child or a kid, most of the time he doesn't have the children the bulk of the time, or the child the bulk of the time. That's the only thing with that. And then with men, they'll date. They won't say this out loud, but hey, we family here. We good here, all right? I'm gonna talk to y'all like the homies. Talk to y'all like we at the barbershop. Talk to y'all like we around the house and cameras not on. With men, they won't say, "Oh, I don't date women that has a child," but and they'll do it. And men won't say, "I don't date women with kids." They'll date you and have fun, and mentally just want to have fun, hook up, be intimate, have fun, date, dance the night away, but nothing serious. You know what I mean? So they'll date women with kids, but they don't want nothing serious with women with kids. Not all men. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying most of the time.
Because I want to start with y'all first. Then we're going to go to the ladies, because, yeah, the people want...
Shout out to all the dads out there that stepped up. Shout out to all the stepdads out there.
No.
This is how society, like where society is at that time. Because like depending on where you are, it's whatever they say is going to be widely accepted. So we can't change people's opinions if they say it's more acceptable to take in a woman with multiple kids than it would be a man, because that's just the way that society has deemed it.
Okay. Marcus?
I mean, honestly, I would say it depends, right? I think if you're talking or looking at it as a negative light and talking down to somebody for having multiple kids with, multiple people, I think that is more of where it is the down talking of others. I think there's a double standard for actually dating somebody. Like if that's your preference, like I understand that being a single person with no kids and trying to date somebody with kids, that timing constraint, right? Being able to be with that person will be limited because they have parental duties. But outside of that, I mean, I don't think truly, at least to me, I don't think there is really no true kind of double standard outside of just people bashing each other.
Okay. What about you, Rashene? What are your thoughts? Do you think there's a double standard?
Great question. I do believe there's a double standard. There's double standards out there, and they're fine. I think ultimately, that men are supposed to be providers, protectors, and things of that sort, correct? So a man with children is expected to provide for his children, while a man coming into a relationship with a woman with children is expected also to provide for those children that are not his. And I've said this before, there's 7 states, North Carolina being one of them. If I assume parenthood, whether that's arguable in the court of law. If I assume parenthood, whether it's buying gifts or taking someone on vacation or whatever it may be, I can legally be put on child support for a child that's not biologically mine. So there isn't a real great situation for taking on someone else's children unless that's what you want. But again, going back to,
I had that happen to a family member I know. Yeah, their ass got put on child support for a child that wasn't biologically theirs, and yeah, that shit is crazy to me.
the main point, men for the most part are responsible for children. That's whether they're there or not, they're still responsible for children. And unfortunately, that's what it is. So I think a man with children is responsible to take care of his kids. And so however many kids he has, as long as he can provide for them or take care of them, that's fine. But a woman with children, he's expected to also take care of those kids as well. Whether he wants that or not, that's up to him. But I do believe there's a double standard.
Damon,
Man,
would
y'all
you like
long way.
to add to that?
In this day of society, I feel like, well, my generation, that having multiple baby mamas and multiple baby daddies is kind of, they look at it as bad. So they're like, I'm not dating that person because he got multiple baby mamas. I'm not trying to be the next one.
Third, baby, my
But
fourth,
I feel like during my mom's generation, her having, because I have a sister, we have 2 different dads. And she got married and I have a stepdad. And he look at me like a child. So it's just different in like the era, because also social media. Social media plays a big role, especially in this day era. It's everything is on your phone. You can say one thing and everybody just, nope, I'm not doing that. So definitely social media play a big role. But me personally, I wouldn't mind if I was to have like a woman and she have already a child, because I'm treated like that's mine. And if I already have a child, pretty sure she's gonna treat him or she like that's hers too. So
that's interesting that you say that, because that would
Is it
kind of
really
fall
interesting?
more into the context as well as some form of adoption.
yeah.
So would that be something you would be open to due to a circumstantial point, or is it more preference? Like, I would rather have my own biological children, but if I meet someone that has children, I'm open to it.
Yeah, I'm most definitely open to it. We could definitely have that conversation, or I'm pretty sure that conversation already be brought up before we actually date. So like, I got a kid, you got a kid, yeah. So I'll definitely be open to it.
Okay. So ladies, since we're talking about double standards that really pertain to our physical form, what do you guys think? Do you ladies feel like there is a double standard concerning our bodies and producing children, but then not being a preferred choice, as opposed to us saying, hey, I'll go with a guy who has 1 or 2 children and maybe have 1 or 2 or 6. That's one of my non-nickel baby mama.
Well, I'll speak up first, because that was part of the reason why I wasn't chose first, is because it was said that he was not in his stepdaddy era. I have 2 amazing children who I would not take back, and I had in a marriage while I was supposed to have them. So people don't think about divorce when you're getting married. So it was one of those things I kind of had, it was like, huh? Because I did what I was supposed to do. I was married for a very long time, 17 years, had 2 amazing children. They're the light of my life. So I think there's a double standard. I think because men don't sometimes seek the answers. They don't ask the questions. They don't say, well, where do these kids come from? I didn't have miscellaneous children by miscellaneous men. So that's not how my kids got here. So I think that question probably should have been asked first.
I agree.
I will say this though. I'm sorry. I will say this. I believe children born in marriage is different than children born outside of marriage.
Right.
So we have the baby mama there, right? So I believe that you're a single mother. there's nothing wrong with it, and there's nothing wrong with having kids in general. No matter how you have them, kids are the light of the world. So that wasn't the issue as far as that. But
what was the issue then?
You
What
know,
was
when
the
it
reason?
comes to dating women with children, I also have to think about, okay, where am I at in my life to want to take care of that? So that's what I think. That's what a lot of men have to think about. Where am I in my life to be able to? Can I come into this person's life and take care of one child, or maybe two, depending on the age range, right? So that's the thought processes. So I don't think it's not really speaking to us, but more speaking to what you said. It's not necessarily the question needs to be asked. It's the question that he has to ask himself. Am I prepared, or do I want to step into that situation? And if I don't want to step into that situation, that's no fault of his, and that's no fault of hers. It's just that's what happened, and and we live life as we live it.
So Kendra, girl, you look like you was praying over there or something. You got some thoughts. Something is brewing up in there. What you got? What you got for us?
I, as a 32-year-old with no kids, it's not as hard to find somebody that doesn't have kids. But the internet makes it seem as though that you're going to be single forever because you won't accept somebody with a child. There's so many men out here that don't have kids in my age group. There's one right here next to me. You know?
You don't like him.
It's definitely a double standard. Where they say that my standards are too high because you won't date somebody that has one kid. What if the mom's not in the picture no more? What if this? I don't want to be a stepmom. Not right now. I don't. Like I just mentioned, if I don't even want to think about kids, why would I want their kid to be involved in my relationship? I don't want that. I don't care if they're 16. I don't care if they're 18. That's still your child. As a daddy's girl, that's still a child.
That's real.
I call my dad every day. So it's like, I'm still competing for that child. It's like, you're not competing against my child. Yes, I am. For the attention. I'm never going to have your full attention ever. At the beginning of our relationship, we have a full attention because we have nothing else to do but spend time with each other. But there's a child involved.
That's interesting to hear both sides of the not wanting to be a stepdad and not wanting to be a stepmom, because we don't really have that conversation too often. So thank you. Aaliyah, any thoughts about that? Because it really started you. Auntie came with a whole baseball team or something. We starting 5.
Screaming up for real. Honestly, I've been listening very intently. For me, sorry, I was still thinking.
Your ass wasn't listening.
I definitely feel like there is definitely a double standard for sure, especially with like I have friends who are mothers, and also friends who are like, you know, having like difficulties in their relationships, like coming into that motherhood, and you know, having conversations with them, and then them being fearful of like not being able to find a partner who's okay with the fact that they have kids,
right,
or have a child, in the sense of like I said, having these conversations, they're just like, I don't know, I feel like there's a stigma about it, if that makes sense. That it is more acceptable for a man to have multiple kids versus a woman having a kid or multiple kids. And it's more standoffish for that woman. Like, a man is not gonna let, she got a kid. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I definitely think there is a double standard in that sense.
Thank you. And Jasmine. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Very interesting conversation for sure. As someone who doesn't have kids yet, my preference is also to date someone that doesn't have kids. But at the same time, I am open to hearing that person's story, because I know sometimes we have our own preferences and what we think is going to happen for our life. And then God has something different for us. And there may be a reason why that child comes into my life potentially. So yeah, I'm always open to hearing someone's story. There definitely is a double standard. You know, I agree with Aaliyah that, you know, they look down on women who have children versus men. And women tend to be the primary caretakers, while men tend to have more time on their hands, and, you know, they have the kids on the weekend. Sometimes that's the arrangement or whatever the case may be. So, you know, there's a double standard with that and due to the circumstances. But yeah, for me personally, I don't base my preferences off of online chatter. I get out in the real world and I want to, hear someone's story. What happened? I don't want to just judge them just because they have a child and then completely close them off. So that's just how I go about it.
That's wonderful. You guys all had great answers. I'm glad you guys are being honest with your feelings because it is a big conversation to have when being in the dating market. When you're meeting different people with different circumstances, different situations, and you say to yourself, is that what I want to do? Am I blocking my blessing? So very good, very good. So we did stop at Miss Jasmine, our Pennsylvania Liberty
Thank you. Next
Belle.
subject.
With an E, because that means beauty. Go ahead, because you're cute, girl. So you made a splash with your contagious smile and your bubbly personality. Y'all see it. And you smiled your way to declining every one of those bachelors. You did. I was there. What was the biggest reason that none of the guys met your desirability? They were just a little bit, my senior. So, I try to be open-minded.
Yeah, James Evans, he over here talking about James Evans, Keith Sweat, Mr. Jonathan, my guy today.
Yeah, they were just a little bit my senior, versus what my preference is. I try to be open, but that I would say that was the main reason.
Okay, yeah. You did mention you wanted a protector and a provider, and that seems to be a running trope that women say a lot, that they want in a man. What does that truly look like to you?
Ooh. So for providing, yes, there is the financial piece. That is important. But also, are you providing peace as well? Do you come with that? Are you providing, security? Are you looking over me? And as far as the protection that goes into it as well, like, do I feel safe with you? I need you to provide that because otherwise it's not giving a provider or protector if I don't feel safe. So
you had the Hawaiian Cowboys,
Boom.
John Gay.
Boom.
We had Keith Sweat, JT.
Boom.
We had Harlem in the building, Kevin.
Boom.
You ain't think none of them could protect you, girl? Not a one. It's a little bit more than that, like maybe they can, but
She wasn't attracted to him. So she gonna have to find somebody that she attracted to, that's also attracted to her, and that could do all of those things. And that'd be the biggest dilemma. There's a lot of women out here, there's a lot of men out here. But are they attracted to you back, and then do they check all of your boxes? And not even if they're attracted to you back, do they want you? Do they want a serious relationship? Because sometimes they might be attracted to you back, but they don't want anything serious. Or they just want a hunch. Or you find out he already got a girl, he wants your ass be the side piece. And some women become the side piece by mistake. Some men become the side piece by mistake. I didn't find out, mom was blowing my phone. Who is it? Oh, you been texting my girl. I ain't, well, who? Who your girl? Send a picture. You ain't even know.
a friend can protect me, So I need a little bit more in my man than just that.
Yeah. Well, girl, it was definitely fun to watch. Fun to be there. Enjoyed it. Every moment.
It's very entertaining.
Love the dress, too.
Yeah.
It's in my mind, still there.
So we are going to switch gears to Miss Tamara, our island queen by way of Philly. Okay?
You are truly a wordsmith. I'm sure y'all all can attest to that, okay? And you really knew how to make a lasting impression here. So let's bring it all the way back.
Man, let's bring it back
Rashene
in.
didn't pick you at first, right? We just gonna, call a thing a thing. That's what happened. And it seemed like he spun the block. But we want to know, how did that initial conversation go before your first date?
Well, this is the thing.
Tell us the
When Rashene reached out to me, I heard in the comments, everybody was like, girl, I don't know why you did that, girl. He could have chose me second. But this is my thing. I believe in giving grace. I believe in hearing someone out. I want to hear your whole story before I decide what I will and won't do. we've all been in situations before where we made a choice and maybe that choice was the one that we may have regret it later on, right? And life is what life is. So I believe in just hearing someone out. So we basically sat and we just talked. And we didn't really get into a whole lot of the why because I thought Anne was delightful. I thought Odyssey was delightful. Queens always lift up queens, right? So I'm never going to say anything bad about another sister, but we didn't talk about the why. I wanted to know what was up. Like, what makes you call me now? Like, what makes you want to speak with me? Because I know that my aura, my presence is different and it's not for everybody. So what made you talk to me? Yeah.
All right. Well, we have one of our viewers, Miss Elmira Lofton 222, that said, Tamara, what have you learned about yourself going through this experience?
Thank you, Elmira. First of all, mad love to you for that. What I've learned really is propensity of my heart.
She's seen that comment already. Her ass done read all the comments because she was in my comment. She read all of these joints.
I've learned who I could be, even in uncomfortable situations. I learned to show up and be myself, regardless of whether the person I was around liked me or didn't like me.
That's important.
I'm going to stand on my tippies, and I'm always going to be me. I've worked too hard to be in this space, in this place. I'm very comfortable with who I am. For the record, I'm a doctor twice. I have 2 PhDs.
I'm a PhD.
I've worked hard. And I don't take that back. If anything, I want to continue to show people how you can bring your heart to the table at all times. Give people grace, love on people no matter where you go, and you determine the energy of the room, not somebody else.
That's wonderful. And I just want to give kudos. Can we give a round of applause? Because Black women it's a very small percentage of Black.
Dang, why you only gave her 2 hand claps? Oh, you start hating, man. She double degreed up. Doctor 2 times, look.
Black women
Watch this.
It's a very small percentage of Black women that have PhDs in this country. Okay, uno, dos. Okay, get into it. So a lot of viewers felt like when, Rashene picked the youngest woman out of all of you, it was probably because she was a little bit more of a malleable choice. So what did you truly think about when he picked Anne when he found out in that moment?
You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I told everybody who I knew, whoever this is not going to choose me. I know you got to get up very early in the morning to choose a TDJ, okay? To choose me, you have to be very present with yourself. And
what's a TDJ?
You have to walk in knowing who you are. I don't compromise in terms of what I'm going to do in this world, and I wouldn't expect him to either. So when I saw the other 2 ladies, I instantly thought, well, they're more what a man would want.
Why you say that?
Not taking anything from them. First of all, Anne is young. She's still impressionable. I'm 51 years young. Okay, so there's a whole lot.
Damn, still impressionable. What you mean by that?
I'm 51.
What you mean by that?
1 years young. Okay, so there's a whole lot of things you can't say to me.
Just say you 51 years old. So she gave it, so she gonna talk. So that's a little bit of shade right there. That's a little bit of shade right there.
Them. First of all, Anne is young. She's still impressionable. I'm 51 years young. Okay, so there's a whole lot of things you can't say to me, a whole lot of you can't do to me. I done been here, done that, seen that, been through it. I'd say take me through it, baby. I done been through it already. So you're not going to teach me what you think. You can't train me at this point.
Come on. That was big.
You're not going to train me, okay? I'm looking for, in my life, I want someone who I can step into a space where say we can take over the world. I don't want someone who feels.
So even the men that you have a space where you could take over the world, the men that had that all those same degrees, all those same accolades, and make that good money and be up here, those men do not want the surrounding women around them. Those men do not want that. We see it very seldom where we see a power couple. Some people might look at Jay and Beyonce like that. But if you look at the history of when that started, in the impressionable age of Beyonce, the story not gonna add up. Jay was already Jay. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce was young. I'm just leave it at that. So it's not whatever power couple out there that we like. You know, you're not finding these well-off men that's look them well-off men or men that's in that type caliber of men. They not trying to do that. They want somebody that's what is it? Fit. What did he say when he was on the show? Fit, fine, and feminine. Even at his size, that's what he said out loud and what he wants. They don't want that. They don't want that. And that's gonna be the toughest thing. Because especially at that at I think she said she was 48, 52 years young. A 52-year young man, old man that has all his stuff together. Everybody around that age set in their ways. Nobody wants it. Nah, at that age, somebody do one thing. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. The fuse be this motherfucker alone.
But they can train me. So you really feel like you can train somebody who's young because there's certain experiences. Again, Ann is
And that's a shot. So you trying to give Ann compliments, but you trying to say she impressed me like she can be trained and told what to do. She don't have a mind of her own. That's a shot. That's why I said all that girl stuff out the window. You keep trying to double down and be like, oh, Ann's a beautiful woman. She's a nice one. Nah, if you felt like that, you wouldn't say she could be trained. And then there's another shot at him saying, oh, you want somebody you can train. You want somebody you can control. You know, that's what it is towards him. Shit, he might want that. I don't know him. But that's what is getting said out loud. And when he said it out loud, it sounds crazy.
Amazing. But there's certain things that growth-wise, she's just not there yet. She's not going to know her age with somebody else.
That's unnecessary. She's not here to defend herself. That's not necessary. It's messed up, man.
But there's training somebody who's young because there's certain experiences. Again, Ann is amazing. But there's certain things that growth-wise, she's just not there yet. She's not going to know her age with somebody at 50 knows. So you're going to want that. And Odyssey was very strong. So I knew that between the three of us, Ann would be the most reasonable choice because Rashene said he wanted someone who was fit, feminine, and submissive.
Friendly.
Baby, first of all, I don't know if y'all saw the body in this dress, but baby, girlfriend is fit. Just lost 246 pounds in the past 2 years and ran 2 marathons in the past year. That's first. Feminine, you can't get anybody more feminine than me because at the end of the day, I mean, you see what it is.
You see the material.
Yeah, all that sound good. That's what I be saying. All that sound good. Marathon, 2,000 pounds, fit, all that sound good. But the reality gotta smack in. It like where the men's is at. You know what I'm saying? You can say that for everybody because they all on a single site. But if you have all that going on, it's, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be like what so what do you think the problem is? It's just all the men? It's just the men all the time? You know what I'm saying? It has to be some kind of accountability too. You sitting here talking about degrees and all that, man, I don't care about them. I don't care about that. Those is man stuff, man care about. Y'all, that's man stuff.
She's gonna show up not submissive, not necessarily. I feel like women will submit to a man who leads them in the right direction. It's a natural progression. It's not something you ask for. It's something you receive. It's a gift. So therefore, no, I'm not going to submit when I feel like I'm not being led properly. So at the end of the day, when he chose Ann, well, baby, congratulations to you, my love. Have at it. Do you? And I mean, I'm not mad at it. I actually prayed for her, hope for her best for her. If this was love for her, I wanted her to have it. Because is always going to get what's for her. What's for you is for you, and nobody can take it from you. Whoever, there's somebody out here right now in the world looking for somebody just like me. Just like me. I'll wait for it.
I hear that. So Rashene, we're gonna slide on to your brother. So first, we have another comment from Elmira Lofton, 222, who said, "Why do you call yourself the professor? Was this name given to you? And what's the greatest lesson you taught?"
Well, Elmira, again, appreciate you for watching. It's because of people like you this show is continuing to grow. So
Thank you, Amara girl. We appreciate you.
I'm not sure. Professor, I have taught a lot. I've coached for years.
That's coach, not professor.
And I'm very knowledgeable when it comes to just different things, depending on the subjects and topics.
Damn, look how she looking. You ain't no damn professor. I got 2 degrees. I'm a PhD. You ain't no damn professor. You a coach, man. A professor is at college level teaching. Come on, man. You hitting us with that Dr. Cheyenne Brown shit, man. Tighten up. Lying ass. The only person that's allowed to be called a professor and not a professor is that basketball player from the N1 mixtape, the professor.
I'm very
He was shaking and baking mom on the court, taking their ass to school.
Knowledgeable when it comes to just different things, depending on the subjects and topics. So I get the professor. That's where, for the most part, that moniker comes from.
So did the moniker come from?
Look at her face, man. It's just shade, man. Look at her body language.
Comes to just different things, depending on the subjects and topics. So I get the professor. That's where, for the most part, that moniker comes from.
So did the moniker come?
I like the shade. I think she funny as shit. That's funny. I like that.
From you, or did it come from somebody else?
Is it self-proclaimed? Probably a little bit of both.
So people.
I don't believe you nickname yourself. So.
Well, that answers that.
Yeah.
Amara, he didn't call himself the professor.
I don't think you nickname yourself.
The people ain't call him.
I didn't give myself a self-proclaimed nickname before. It's all good.
Well, he didn't call himself. Right? That's what he said. All right. So you do have another question here. Is
Professor
Rashene, have you heard from Ann? Like what's up with her? She
Well,
all right?
first of all, let me say something to Tamara. Congratulations on the weight loss. I think I found the weight you lost. But anyway, congratulations on the weight loss. And you are definitely fit and definitely feminine. So I want to give you that as well.
Hold your breath. Take a drink. Just take a drink. Take a drink. Everybody, just take a sip of these wonderful mocktails from our beautiful and amazing bartender. We could take a pause for that. Mm-hmm.
Laugh, girl. You're supposed to laugh. This was here for. We're here to have a good time, right? Have I heard from Ann? I have heard from Ann.
And how is she? She's not here. So we just want to know, is she all right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I get off to you later, but you see, she all right.
Baby, that girl is driving, and I'm sure she's always trying to do well. She looks like she would, right? So I think I have not spoken to Ann, but I'll say this, just from the limited time I had with her, I can say that she's strong and that she's someone I feel like is striving for something bigger than herself. And for that, she's always going to be okay. So I pray that that's how she is.
But I will say, you guys call her valuable and impressionable. I think those are ways to say it. That's why dudes older like younger women. I don't agree with that. I do agree that
face, itch nose. Peak game.
I don't agree with that. Why dudes older like younger. That's a thing. But I will say, you guys call her valuable and impressionable. I think those are ways to say it. That's why dudes older like younger women. I don't agree with that. I do agree that when someone wants someone that's submissive, you're correct. You should not submit yourself to someone who is not a leader. If you go to the good book says, wives, submit yourself to your husbands. But it also says, as your husband submits himself to the church. So if he's not submitting himself to the church, you should be submitting yourself to it anyway. So I believe in submit. If you
We don't get no clock tease for that. We don't get none of those for that. He didn't drop some scripture on y'all. We don't get nothing. All right, come on.
you shouldn't be submitting to any leader. So, I mean, anyone who's not a leader. And as a leader, I think I said this before, heavy is the head that wears the crown. As a leader of a household, it's difficult. In addition to that, I have to show you what leadership looks like. Because how can I be a leader? How can I expect you to follow?
I heard. God dang, this shit about to go left.
I have to show you what leadership looks like. Because how can I be a leader? How can I expect you to follow if I don't show you what leadership looks like? And that means my leadership means serving you. So I have to serve you. If you go back, Jesus didn't ask people wash his feet. He washed people's feet. He shows servant leadership. I believe that's
don't drink while he's saying the scripture.
Best type of leadership to have is servant leadership. So you shouldn't be submitting to anyone who is not doing what they're supposed to be doing in general anyway. But when it comes to wanting to have children or wanting someone that will, for the most part, get on your program, you do want someone who is probably a little young, maybe 33, 34, 28 to 34, that category.
Childbearing age.
Correct. But we all know that at 30, 90% of the age is at 35 is geriatric pregnancy. That's what, OBGYNs will call it. So, and
don't sip that paint. Don't roll your eyes. These are just the facts, man. We gotta get off the internet and stop living in La La Land. We gotta live where the facts at.
Correct. But we all know that at 30, 90% of the age is at 35 is geriatric pregnancy. That's what, OBGYNs will call it. So, and in addition to that, women already have, especially black women, have a heart. So I treat it differently when it comes to childbirth.
Mortality rate is very high for black women.
So you don't want to go down that line where if you want to have kids, now you either can't have kids or IVF, or now you're looking to adoption, which is something that may have not been your course preference. So now you're looking at other options or you're compromising as opposed to what you really want.
Oh, being that you just touched on children again, we have a comment from Riza380 for ye. Having a 21-year-old.
I wish you would have said, why are you making all those facial expressions? What you got to say? Well, I wanted to hear what she had to say.
And wanting more children is crazy to me. So you have your 21-year-old daughter, correct? And you're open, or do you desire to have more children?
The great thing about men is we can have kids as late as you want to. Talk to Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. They had them in their 90s. No, wanting to have kids, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think that's crazy. I think wanting to have a family, I don't think that's crazy at all. I think you should want to have a family, and you should want to have a family the correct way. My daughter was out of wedlock. I love my daughter, but I would have liked to have done things differently. And, knowing the statistics of children who are in separated households, I never wanted that, which is why I never had any additional children. But I would, if I were to pursue that path, I would like to have additional children in a marriage.
Wonderful. So we are going to switch to ladies. This segment is over. Thank you.
Why did you make that face?
To switch to ladies. This segment is over. Thank you, guys. Thank you, gentlemen.
What do you mean switch to ladies?
So we are here with the lovely ladies of Meet2Marry.
Oh, ladies only.
Miss Kendra, Miss Tamara, and Miss Aaliyah. So you guys went on a group outing to Top Shelf Candle. And there was a lot of heart-to-hearts there. There was a lot of some real sister-to-sister bonding. Very cute, very cute. Miss Aaliyah, did you feel like you came into a circle of women that you found some kind of big sister situations, relationships?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I say that with a lot of, only because like, I think that was our first time really like talking and chatting and stuff and like getting a deeper idea at each other. But even past that, like our communication afterwards was great. And like we kind of supported that outing afterwards, from that makes sense.
I love that. So you guys really facilitated a real bond from that group outing to having more or
These are my
communicating more?
girls. These are my girls.
Okay, my
girlfriends.
no trademark. So what was the biggest takeaway each of you had from that time together? Or within this entire experience, to be honest?
I need more girlfriends.
Real.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel I have an issue with trust, I guess. I don't trust people very easily. So I think that makes it hard
Is she the only
to let people
child?
into your circle. So yeah. So that's mainly my problem.
And that's fair. I mean, sometimes female relationships can be hard too. I mean, getting to know another person and it starts off.
You know, sometimes we know y'all ladies get a new batch of friends every year. A new batch of friends every damn year. And then even looking at the damn divorce rates among all the people, straight people, gay men and gay women, the highest divorce rates is lesbian women. That's not, and it's the highest domestic violence rate too. Y'all in there whooping each other ass.
Like, hey, I like your hair, girl. And then it grows, and then sometimes you have ups and downs, just like in romantic relationships, right? They're very similar, platonic and romantic. What was one of your biggest takeaways from your experience with these ladies?
My biggest experience, you know, these ladies reminded me that age is just a number. We're all girls just doing this thing for the first time, right? There's no manual on this at all. Whether you're their age or you're my age, we're all just trying to find our way. And I just remember every time I think for a moment to stop something I'm doing or dim my light even a little bit, I think about my girls. And I think that I'm several years ahead of you guys. I'll say several. I ain't gonna say how many. I'm several years ahead of you guys. And I pray that the light that I shine will help you guys find your way a little faster than I did. So you guys give me motivation just to keep going. So that's what I took from it. I took a lot of motivation just in your growth. In this short amount of time, I've seen you grow. And I'm trying not to like get the watery eyes. I've watched you develop, into something so amazing. And I'm thinking to myself, man, what a wonderful bird's eye view I have at two beautiful people becoming something that they probably didn't even think they ever could be. So I just I just want to be here and just sit and just watch you and just be in awe of you.
My eyes are watering.
No, I love you guys very much. I got very close to them in this amount of time. I've added them to my little sisters, and I'm going to watch you like a hawk, and I'm going to hold you accountable, and we're not going to cry.
So they not really your sisters or your homegirls. You trying to come over them like on a motherly vibe. You know, that's how you trying to come through. Are you on some mentorship type of vibes? You know, my thing is we need you to pull that young man. Yeah, good job. We need you to pull that young man that she was talking to in there too. Don't just take care and love up on the women. You see that young man, you see how she did that young man. Take him under your wing too. Take him under your wing too. Scoop him up.
I'm going to hold you accountable. I truly love them very much. Very, very much.
That's beautiful. Aaliyah.
That's so beautiful.
Well, for me, biggest takeaway was probably that there is wisdom for me to obtain. I think, sitting down and talking to you ladies, I realized like we all are coming from different backgrounds. We're all coming from different experiences. But I think just from hearing, I guess being like the youngest in our little trio, hearing y'all's perspectives and hearing, what is on your train, like what has happened in your past and what follows you. And then you guys being so gracious to like guide me in a lot of ways, especially like in my new relationship. I definitely feel like I can lean on you guys. But from that instance, it was just like there's a lot for me to learn as an individual, as a woman, even outside of a relationship. Like, yes, in a relationship, there's room for me to grow, but these ladies showed me that there's so much more to me that I can blossom as.
That's beautiful. So you guys all embarked on this journey together and you made some connections and some that didn't necessarily go past this experience. How do you feel at this point what you want in a relationship and how you can show up in that relationship?
You know, I'll say for me, I came into this with an expectation of greatness. I didn't know what the greatness was going to be, right? But I left here with a different kind of respect for myself, that I stood up for myself in a way that years ago, the younger me, right now, she'd be proud of me. I couldn't do that before. And I'm thinking somewhere there is somebody looking for somebody just like me. And all the skills that I've learned during this time, even the growth within myself during this show, is going to be a great asset to him. So I'm grateful.
That's wonderful. Kendra. What's the question one more time? Do you feel like after this experience that what you want out of a relationship, are you ready for it? And what do you bring to that new relationship?
I bring a soft place to land for a new relationship. With this experience, I have learned what I'm not going to accept. I've learned what I will accept. I have learned that you don't have to give grace to everybody just because you want to give grace, just for the sake of your religion. Like, you don't have to. Sometimes it's better off to protect yourself, just to protect your own personal energy, so you don't have to deal with anything or any chaos, you know? So I learned that. I learned transparency is always going to be a key factor for me as an individual. Like, I have to have somebody that's transparent. You always have to tell me the truth. You can't lie to me. If you lie to me once, you're never going to get that sweet version of Kendra, the hyper version of Kendra ever again. You're going to get future. You're not going to get.
Hey, yo, who we gonna go get? She said you gonna get future, bitch. Who you gonna give us to?
Of Kendra with the truth. You can't lie to me. If you lie to me once, you're never going to
We about to get Molly Percocet.
get that sweet
We about to get y'all part of my collection.
version of Kendra, the hyper version of Kendra ever again. You're going to get future.
I'd rather future. If you saying that is crazy, I don't think you know who Future is. Most men would rather Future. Give me Future, please. Give me. If you got a girl version of Future, come on here then.
You're not going to get Kendra.
I don't want that.
That's just what I've taken away from this.
And Leo, you're now in a new relationship.
Nobody laughed or said anything. Why is your tongue out?
Taken away from this.
And Leo, you're now in a new relationship. What do you feel like you're bringing?
Shout out to them for y'all got a relationship out of this. And them folks young. They doing their own thing. They look like they're not following social media and everything that's online and how you supposed to be doing this, how you supposed to be doing that.
Smiley
bring to this new relationship.
Keep
we know
them
you're
two
happy,
out your
child.
relationship.
It's written all over your face.
Honestly, going through this journey with my Zaza was definitely like an experience for sure. Only because coming into this, I felt like I'm not gonna say coming into this, like, I felt like I was already healed. I'm not gonna say that. I came here knowing that there was more to me in a relationship, especially being that I haven't been in one for like, 3 or 4 years now. There were going to be things that were going to come up to the surface that I didn't know was still there, that I thought I might have weeded out. And I definitely think that, me and him made it very present that we needed to talk and to communicate, even when it's uncomfortable and even when it doesn't even make sense. And sometimes like well, there's a balance in that. Like when it doesn't make sense, do I communicate to my partner versus like, okay, let me sit with it and think about it, which is definitely like all of that terrain is new for me. And I imagine for him too, but I can already see us growing as individuals and that we've already created like such a relationship where if we were to not end up together long term, that was somebody that yeah, am like very, very happy that I'm able to, share love, share an experience with him, share a time period with him. So I think, yeah, like just growth and recognizing that there's so much there to discover with him. And I'm excited to see what happens for myself. And I'm excited to see what happens with us because it's going well. And that's not to say that, hard times won't happen because like we've had some, bumps along the months, but it's our resilience and our consistency with money to make sure that we're on the same page mentally
look at that.
and
That's the bright
emotionally
side.
and that nothing would ever be ill will. No ill intention. I really care about this person. Yeah.
That's wonderful. I love that. Well, it sounds like you guys all left this experience not only gaining some insight on romantic relationships, but also insight on platonic ones. And that's wonderful. And I'm so glad you guys were able to have that with one another. So we are concluding this segment and thank you again, ladies.
Comments. This show deserves way more views. Y'all don't know what y'all are missing. Shout out to the Cook Collective. Yeah. Yeah, we in there. Cook. Yeah. Cook Collective in here. I see y'all. Kendra always talks about transparency, but didn't display that to Homeboy. She wants that ex-husband back, it seems. But good part one of the reunion. This is a woman that said that, by the way. Kendra said that no one in her past had ever complained about her being difficult to deal with. But then, very next thing that came out of her mouth, she clearly gives a narrative where her ex-husband of 8 years found it difficult to communicate with her. She clearly has issues that she needs to take care of. I think Kendra misses her ex and wouldn't mind circling back. Maybe so. I think so too. If two people won't compromise, then what is the most likely outcome? Shit ain't gonna work. Kendra, they tearing you down in this comment section now. I know you're reading this stuff. Kendra should have never been on this show. Saying that she has trust issues is a clear red flag. Damn, Kendra, they kicking your ass. Also, I wish you all could have circled back to why Kendra chose Marcus. I don't know why y'all didn't ask that. Maybe it's coming up in part 2. If she wasn't into him, I really wanted to hear what she had to say. Yeah, just because because she said, oh, I like him because he's quiet. I like quiet men. I like reserved men. I'm a firecracker. Okay, that's what you like, but was you actually into that man? Great episode, and I cannot wait for the second portion. However, for the ladies segment, I don't understand the calm versus energetic preference for Kendra when intentionality, communication, and having God And having God by our side are the keys that will lead to a healthy relationship. For Tamara, she has a me persona, whereas Aaliyah was the intentional type. For the men's segment, the professor, sports radio host, comments about submissive discussions were diabolical based on matching with the young woman. And for Mr. Taco Bell, since he mentioned he's adventurous, why not take your match to a skating rink, pickleball, or even a fun restaurant of choice other than Taco Bell if Shorty never told you to go to a 5-star restaurant? Appreciate you for using my questions. I feel honored. That's what's up. Reunion part 1. Okay, boom. Let's check out some of the new. I like reading the comments, guys. I can't wait to read these comments from part 2. Where is Sandy? Who knows? TDJ and Kendra facial expressions. Hell yeah. Body language got me crying every time. Kendra is confused. It's okay, but don't deflect, baby girl. Keep up the good work. The flock. Testing a grown woman. Taking a grown woman to Taco Bell is so lame. Some grown women like Taco Bell. Flock. This reunion was a little confusing so far. Did no one understand the question about the double standard question? I thought y'all was asking if the double standard when men has multiple children versus women has multiple children. And the host, I get being neutral, but you have to call these women out. Like, come on. Man, ain't nobody calling these women out. Ain't none of these women. Only woman that's calling these women out on these shows that we have seen consistently was Shawty Rose from the other Houston Pot of Balloon. Ain't nobody else calling. Everybody else just girls, and treading light. They even had a follow-up with Arizona Pot of Balloon where BM ain't agree with the girls. They took that shit down because the comment section was letting them have it. It's not happening, guys. It's not happening. You gonna get called misogynistic or some shit, man. It's not happening. They gonna call you sassy. They gonna call you a sassy ballerina. They gonna call you all the names in the book to demasculate your ass, which really is just homophobia. But you ain't getting none of that happening. So just shut up and deal with it.
And we're back. Part 2 of our Meet to Marry reunion.
Like, okay, well, if my voice doesn't matter, then I don't really care.
Live life long enough to either be the hero, keep living, you become the villain.
There are going to be days where sometimes your baggage comes through the door.
Drama.
I had feelings for Marcus at one point.
Suspense.
Liar!
Drama.
I had feelings for Marcus at one point.
Suspense.
This was a feeling that you had where you felt unsafe, that you have the right to move out of that.
Love.
Tell us, did Zanathan meet your expectations?
He actually exceeded them.
Get your family ready, because this is a reunion you do not want to miss.
And with that, we're done.
And we are back here with our lovely couples. Good to see you guys looking good. Look at y'all. Okay, y'all here. We do have an empty space here, and that is because Sandy and Antoine actually declined to come. And we respect.
Damn.
Is because Sandy and Antoine actually declined to come. And we respect their decision.
Damn.
And Sandy did also feel a bit apprehensive due to her huge backlash from viewers.
That's the girl from Maryland.
Some of which became
And the boy she said he stank.
threatening. And we here at Meet to Marry do not condone violence of any kind.
Ain't nobody threatening that girl.
And
But what she probably did was going back and forth with them people in the comment section, and then it got like that. I believe that.
we truly wish the best for Sandy and Antoine. So we're going to switch gears and talk to this lovely couple to my left, the fairy tale of it all, Mr. Zanabin and Miss Leah. So it seemed like a fairy tale with you guys, and you actually were voted as the viewers' favorite couple. Give a little round of applause for that.
Real cute. Real cute.
And Aaliyah, you and Zanathan went on a date to the escape room, and it looked like Spark was literally flying off the screen. Can you tell us, did Zanathan meet your expectations?
He actually exceeded them. For me, I definitely look for compatibility, a good balance. I look for someone who can like do the banter back and forth with me. And I think that experience definitely showed that to be true with him. I feel like we worked well together as well. So I feel like we got a chance to be goofy outside of just, talking and getting to know each other. It was a moment for us to express our personalities in a more fun, stressful situation.
Okay. In an escape room, I mean, you're going to definitely learn how to problem solve. And that's a big component of any healthy relationship. Do you feel, Zanathan, that you guys were able to work well together on solving some of the problems and get out the escape room?
I feel like we learned how to work together, like how that will work in probably not all real life situations, but just like a brief outlook on what that would look like. It's very helpful.
And as we can see, you are this super calm, even keel Southern gentleman. And definitely we received a lot of positive feedback from our viewers. Do you feel like Aaliyah was your perfect choice?
Definitely. I think she meets my personality very well during all of those calm moments. And then just when I peek off and being silly and goofy, I have somebody to match that.
That's awesome. And you also shared with us that you are a father. And did Aaliyah meet your daughter?
Yes, she did.
She's a sweetheart. She's definitely a cutie patootie. It went well. She's really...
Oh, I didn't even know he had a daughter. Uh-oh, watch the look in her face. Great job with the camera people, man. You see that? Did you meet his daughter? Yes, she's a cutie patootie. She's a sweetheart. This young lady is younger than her. She don't want to date man that got kids. When she said, oh, definitely she a cutie patootie, they immediately put the camera on her. Great editing, man. This is all I be saying about, like, yo, come on.
Did Aaliyah meet your daughter?
Yes, she did.
She's a sweetheart. She's definitely a cutie patootie. It went well. She's...
See what I'm saying? He happy as shit for him. He's like, man, I wish I could find me something like that.
really young, but she was eager to play. So...
Okay, well, that is wonderful. And you both obviously chose each other. Okay.
She was...
Look at his face. They showed both of the folks that I ain't trying to be no step parent right now. Good camera work, man.
Eager to play. So...
Okay, well, that is wonderful. And you both obviously chose each other. What went through your minds during that moment?
I mean, they hunch it too.
Man, on decision day.
I could say, like, for me, everything that I said in that moment was true. I was very honest with him in that moment. But even after, like, everything was said and done, like, what I experienced in that moment was definitely, like, a mixture of emotions. I think definitely stepping into a new relationship after, taking some time from like commitment, for a few years and just, realizing like, oh, I have to do it. I'm very good. Like, it wasn't necessarily a moment to say like, yeah, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, but it was definitely like, we acknowledged that we wanted to continue seeing each other. And I feel like getting that verbal acknowledgement and like having like that
That's everything.
Intimate, like one-on-one moment was like, I don't know. I think it's gonna solidify things for me, like just knowing that it's okay, like I can be safe here. And I think I said that too. Like you taught me what it feels like to be safe again. So
beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, it was poetic. I was just like stuck on the screen, like, oh my God, this is beautiful. I had to get the tissue paper and everything. So Nathan, what was going through your mind on decision day?
Definitely just like some fear, stepping into something new, unfamiliar territory, but trying it though.
Do you feel like your heart is open? Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
No, he ain't seem too sure about that. Mm.
Well, we're going to shift gears and talk to this beautiful couple on your left, Aaliyah, Mr. Rashene and Miss Tamara. So, Tamara, honey, that first date left a lot of viewers in the comments thinking, who is going to save Tamara? How did you feel about that first date, Grace?
I have to admit, it was quite interesting. It will probably be on my list of one of my more interesting dates I've ever gone on. I felt like I was playing defense a lot of the time, trying to really steer the conversation. I tend to be a little bit, I'm not serious a lot of the time, to be transparent. I'm a very happy, kind of jovial person, but Rashene is very, very jokey. Like everything is a joke. So it was very difficult to kind of have a full conversation when I couldn't get a real response. So, yeah, it was, I went home and took a real good nap because I had worked hard.
And Rashene, after your first therapy session, how did you feel about a possible future with Tamara? You uncovered a lot of things with Quest. How did you feel about embarking on a relationship
She
journey?
said you were
with
giving her a
Tamara?
headache, man.
She wasn't there, so that's what that journey was gonna look like.
Well, caveat, I was hoping we would come to this part. I was not there. That day I actually got a chance to, I was on my way to the taping and a tractor trailer hit me.
Oh, shit.
And I was in the ambulance, and I actually, before I was taken to the hospital, and it was pretty serious, I actually called the production and said, please give my condolences. I'm not able to be there. This is why. And I even sent Rashene a message. So I did that before even going to the hospital. So that's how it was pretty important for me that they knew what was going on. That I just wouldn't just not show up. It's not in my character to do that. I'm just not that kind of person. And I remember even in the ambulance, they're like, can you please take your phone? I'm like, no, not until I know they got this response. So it was important for me to know that. So I didn't ditch the counseling session. It was very important for me to be there. I understood that. But once a truck hits you, you probably need to protect your body and get to the hospital first. So that's what I did.
And so I wasn't privy to that till after the situation.
So when you say after, do you mean
He ain't found out till after.
Didn't know about any of
days
that.
later?
No, I didn't know about that till after we were done with everything.
Oh, okay.
So I went to the therapy center like, she ain't here now.
So did you feel at that point?
Damn, boy, all that gut sitting on these people's table, man. Get that gut back.
Closed to the opportunity or the possibility of having a relationship with Tamara?
Before I found out?
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah. Because I knew there was some apprehension that she had in regards to things that I said during the first part of the process. So yeah, so I did have some apprehension to it because I'm like, okay, maybe this is, and then I found out later that's what took place. And I think we communicated over the next couple of days. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it started in a week or two before I could even get back on my feet, back even tape with you guys. I was pretty banged up. It was.
I think we texted though, didn't we? Yeah, I think we texted.
Serious situation. I mean, the truck hit me and I flipped 4 times. So,
God
and
dang.
I still text.
Well, glad you're okay, man. And speedy recovery of everything not already okay. We glad you're safe and are still here with us.
Everybody. So kudos to me. I did try.
So that's her covering her tracks in her ass. She said, I text everybody. So kudos to me. So you can, I don't, and I mean serious. I'm glad you're okay. That accident, that's something serious. But you can also see that she can do no wrong. She can do no wrong. Like, and she makes sure she clear that out the way too, so she don't even think I'm wrong or in the wrong. Nothing. No, nowhere near close to it.
I mean, the truck hit me and I flipped 4 times. So, and I still text everybody. So kudos to me. I did try. You know what I mean? I'm a person of my word. If I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to be there. I'm going to honor my obligations. Regardless of how it looked in the very beginning or how the date went, I was going to go full all the way through. I believe in giving grace. And I want to hear a whole story. I want to give an opportunity for not only to be heard, but to hear the other person as well. Because maybe somewhere along the lines, we could come to some sort of crossroads. That was a thought process I had. I'm not one to discount people out unless you discount. You have to do something pretty egregious for me to discount you. So I'm sorry that that's how you saw that at the time.
So do you feel like he somewhat disqualified himself, or do you feel like you disqualified him based on the situation?
Great question.
I feel like with me, you have to disqualify yourself because I literally am not going to put you in a situation where I disqualify you. Who am I to disqualify you? You are your biggest credential. You are the one who shows the world and other people who you are. So once you show me who you are, I do believe you. And a person of my caliber, if I'm not someplace I say I'm going to be, you gotta know. You have to know there's a reason why I wouldn't be there. You could meet me for 10 minutes to know that. As this show probably airs, there'll be people all over the city.
I wouldn't agree with that. Y'all strangers. I don't know that. I'm not meeting you for 10 minutes. If you just don't show up, something must have happened to her. She never does anything like this. I don't know you that well for that.
And back at home, we'll say, wait a minute now. Tamara is probably one of the most, just one of the sweetest people you ever meet. Number one, she does what she says she's going to do. She goes out of her way for everybody. So the fact that even when I didn't show up, he immediately was like, well, that's that. Tells me right then you didn't even see the minimal value that I bring, more or less the maximum. And that's okay. But that tells me that the right decisions were made.
I don't think it's a value assessment. I think it's more so the information I was told prior. Then that happened. And then I find out the additional information later, right? So that changes your perspective a little bit. But in that interim, your perspective is still what your perspective is. And your perspective is reality. We didn't know each other other than the beginning of the process. So I don't know much about who you are, whom you are, and what other people would think of you at that particular time, right? So I'm not one that gives grace. I go through therapy, having conversations about that, but I'm very much so say things on the surface. If you say you're going to do something, we'll do it, no matter what it is, no matter whether you want to be there, right? So when I knew there was apprehension, when I knew that was going on, before I knew about the accident, I took it a certain type of way. I'm like, okay, well, that is what it is. I'll go ahead and do what I got to do and keep it pushing. And that may have led into that first date, but I don't know. I did reach out to her, I think over the course of a few days to make sure she was okay. I asked if you needed anything. If you ever needed anything, because that's the kind of person I am.
Yeah.
But again, going into it, I didn't know that. And I didn't know the type of person she was going into that either. Knowing that information obviously changed my perspective on her. It changed the reason why I went on the date. It also changed the reason why I kept reaching out to her to make sure she was okay, make sure she needed anything. So.
And I mean, I think you guys can all attest, like, during this process, you're literally learning the person from jump. So to either you're coming into it with your own standard. It's your base level. This is what I go for. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. And then you're experiencing another person and it's like, whoa, it could be whoa in a good way, or it could be whoa in a not so good way. So, but that being said, we're going to shift to Mr. Marcus. Big Marcus, but you call yourself, or people call you, because you said it. I remember, said it. And then Miss Kendra. So, Marcus, you got pretty vulnerable about your last relationship in your therapy session. Did you feel like Kendra was a safe place for your heart?
At that moment, yeah. I think for me, I always allow myself to be open with people regardless, even new folks, right? So with Kendra at that moment during the therapy session, I felt okay to share that because that's my story. That's who I am. So if you're somebody that potentially are going to try to be with me, I think it's good to know about, me. So, yeah.
That's great. And also, Kendra, you shared about your previous marriage and doing some internal work as well. And how did you feel you were ready for a new relationship with the intent of being remarried?
Man, why you ain't like that, man?
I feel as though I got married at 23 years old. I was young. I had no idea what was going on. It was military benefits, all that stuff, right?
That's all it was. That's all it was. You need to start saying that. You already know you're in the military. You already know half of the people think y'all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Especially women. They all don't date no military, man. They got mental issues. Oh no, I don't date nobody military. They already think y'all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Secondly, y'all got married early for them benefits because y'all get more money. You get to move out the barracks. You get to move off campus. Y'all was trying to hunch. Have some privacy. I ain't want to live in the dorms and shit. Put that out there.
Now that I have an understanding of what true connection is, have an understanding of that's another human being, having the understanding that a relationship is not just about how I feel or about how the other person feels. It's about what we can accomplish together and what we can build and do more for each other. So just having more life experience, I think, yes. I say I'm ready for a relationship. Of course, I would have to be with the person for a little while before we get married because I don't want to do that young thing again where I got married quick, do that. Now, if it happens, it happens. But I'm in no rush.
Okay. So, Marcus, it was really cute to watch you share with your sister your feelings about Kendra and your genuine excitement to being chosen by Kendra. But you also waited the 2 hours. And a lot of the viewers felt like it was pretty hard to watch.
Man, hell yeah, that shit was hard to
Being
watch.
chosen by Kendra. But you also waited the 2 hours.
Damn. It sound crazy, don't it? It sound crazy. When you say stuff out loud to everybody, it sounds crazy. When she had to read those comments, it sounds crazy. But I don't do stuff like this all the time. Stand you up, make you wait, whoop-de-doo you, cancel on you day of. I ain't gonna be able to make it. Why you canceling? They don't tell you the truth. They didn't found better plans.
And a lot of the viewers felt like it was pretty hard to watch. So going back to that moment, how did you feel?
I mean, honestly, you know, I think anybody in a position in a similar position would feel, you know, a little jaded, a little, you know, like, okay, well, hey, you know, things happen, but, you know, why had it happen on this particular night? You know, like it's like, okay. But at the moment I can say I was maybe annoyed, a little upset, maybe a little disappointed.
Oh yeah,
but
your feelings was hurt, and you out there drinking by yourself on camera. That shit embarrassing, man. You got embarrassed that night.
Think once Kendra communicated with me, just letting me know the situation and things of that nature, you know, I can't be mad. We all are grown adults. Life happens, and you know, you got to do what you have to do to make sure that, you know, you're able to live. So,
and you still making excuses. A lot of people, even if it was work, if you have somebody waiting 2 or 3 hours, fellas, you have a woman waiting 2 or 3 hours, you're never gonna see her again. No matter if it's work, no matter even if you sometimes work run over, okay, have her waiting 2 or 3 hours and see how that shit in for you. Not good.
At the end of the day, I understood. So
okay. Well, Marcus, you were also a big topic, like I said, with the viewers who felt really divided when it came to how you were perceived. A lot of them said, nice guys finish last. And is that something that you've heard a lot in your dating past?
honestly, yes. I think a lot of people assume because I am gentle, because I am on the quieter side, they think, oh, he's, you know, very passive. No, that's actually the opposite. If you truly know me, I am opinionated. I will let people know how I feel, and I stand very strongly on what I believe.
We don't believe you. I don't.
So, you know,
she could do whatever she wants to you, man. That's what it looked like on the episode. She could get away with whatever, do whatever. You still be waiting there. Still be ready there begging with your tongue out like a dog.
People are always going to assume. I think that's the one thing this show has helped me kind of remember and realize is that people are going to perceive you however they will, but you have to, as an individual, showcase like, okay, that's cool, but this is who I am. So, yeah.
People perceive this is what you showed us. That's what you showed us, though.
Also, you had your axe throwing date that we all got to watch. And one word, Kendra, that you mentioned was interesting when it came to your feelings about Marcus. So please help us understand what you meant.
Do I say this or do I not say this?
You say it, girl.
Oh, Lord.
We here.
That's what we're here for.
It's the place
Say it,
to
girl.
say it. That was, Marcus and I have hung out prior to that. So it wasn't really our first date.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now. So they hung out before that. Before she stood him up that night. They already hung out before that.
Well, second date. Second date.
Okay. Good to know.
So
So what?
things has happened prior to that
Like
that
what?
were not caught on camera.
Keep it cute.
Oh my gosh. Shut up, man. Keep it cute. Just let them rock out, man. Damn.
Prior to that were not caught on camera.
Keep it cute.
So it allows me to make a decision. And once I make my decision, it's kind of like, that's it. Like I can't go back on it. So I had to film and go and do and finish. So, I mean, it's all good. Like there's no
Nah,
hate.
if some shit happened, y'all, you should have told them people that if you wasn't comfortable or something, because that's why everybody was confused. Like, what did he do?
With filming. Sorry to
You're fine.
Yeah, interrupt. But with filming, if you knew that, you know, how you felt after that, like, then why didn't you necessarily communicate and kind of?
And this is why they work, because she not under that girl spell and all that BS. She want to get to the nits and the grits too. She want to know what the hell going on too. She just like us for real. So let me get this shit straight. That's what she basically said. So you knew some weird stuff happened or something you wasn't comfortable with happened, and you ain't let the film people come. You ain't let the film crew or the host know, and you still showed up or stood up or act like you were gonna show up. What sense does that make? You're supposed to be a master communicator. You just talked about counseling and therapy and how your ex-husband should have went there and you wish he'd communicated. Why you ain't tell these people? They organized the show. Your safety probably is top tier on the important list. We'll see.
Like, ended off at that point.
We communicated a lot. We were on FaceTime a lot. We talked about it.
And at this point, I'm gonna keep interrupting this shit because the first episode was kind of I. At this point, you need to clear the air, bro, because it make you look guilty and it make you look weird. What happened? What did you do? You did something wrong? Apologize for it, because people's mind is just running and it's gonna run to the worst place, the worst possible thing you could have done. That's where their mind gonna run. You need to clear the air.
Moments. What do you have to say?
Here we go.
In the way that you're putting it.
I'm not trying to make it sound bad, so fix it.
So no.
I'm not trying to make it sound bad, so fix it. I'm talking to you any kind of way. I'm not trying to make it sound bad, so fix it.
Putting it.
I'm not trying to make it sound bad, so fix it.
So no. And I'm gonna say it like this.
Go ahead, man. Say something, shit.
How you perceived it and how we both perceived it, right? I think
Boy, ain't no eye contact,
you tried to hold on to something with that to make it seem like this is who Marcus is versus learning who I was as we went through this show. Because even though we both had our offer, that one off camera date incident, whatever you want to call it.
Nah, you just called that shit an incident. This sound like the police should have been called.
that one off camera date incident, whatever you want to call it, I still said, hey, I'm willing to work forward. I'm willing to say, hey,
Move past it.
move past this, because this is not me, and I know that it's not you.
What the fuck happened? What happened? This is not me and that is not you. What happened?
But every time we would do shootings and do something after the shootings, as in hang out, you still would bring up the past. So to me, it didn't feel like you were trying to let that go.
My safety was compromised.
But you
It's
still
hard to.
But you still hung out with me, just us afterward.
But we were in public. We were never alone ever.
So there it is. We were in public. We were never alone after. That first time they hung out, they was alone. They was alone. That first incident, they hung out, they were alone together.
It's still
us afterward.
But we were in public. We were never alone ever. So it's still, I still felt safe because I'm out in public.
Damn.
Okay.
Like you didn't make.
You did. So I ain't gonna hold you. Allegedly, not allegedly. It sound like you know, y'all might have vibed, had some cocktails and vibe, and you might have forced yourself on her. That's what I'm not saying that happened, but that's what it sound like happened. And if I'm you and that ain't happened, I got to clear the air. Even if that did happen, yeah, we had much to drink, got into it. She was like, no, I don't want to go any further. And then you gotta say something, brother. This does not look good. You gotta defend yourself, man, on a public platform. Don't try to defend when people try to pull you aside and hit you up later. This does not look good, and it's gonna be on the internet forever.
Me feel like you were going to attack me. Like I want to be like very clear.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Like you didn't make me feel like you were going to attack me. Like I want to be like very clear with that.
What the fuck's happening?
It was just more on the lines of
attack me.
I felt like there was no control, but there was control because you gave the, like, I don't know how to explain it. But
I felt like there was no control, but there was control because you gave the. And this is what happens when you try to explain something but not telling everybody what happened. It's impossible, guys. We don't know what the hell's happening right now. We're using context clues, trying to put pieces of shit together. We're guessing. We don't know what happened.
Try to get a little bit more of the context because we go back to decision day, right? And something that you mentioned, Kendra, specifically was feeling safety, protection, feeling uneasy, and also talking about discomfort being a big issue for you concerning Marcus. And that left a lot of viewers questioning what happened.
Right.
What was the big catalyst to say, all right, this is not where I want to be.
Right.
I don't really want to say what happened.
Okay.
And at this point, I wouldn't even talk to them no more. Let's wrap it up. Don't even talk to them no more. All right, don't worry about it. Next subject, move on. We can't have a discussion without knowing what the hell we discussing.
Like if people want to know, you can ask us individually. I'm not going to say it on YouTube.
Okay. Just to be fair concerning this whole experience with
no way in hell, boy. I'm clearing my name. I got it. And every day I'm clearing my name. Y'all already know how I feel about that. I showed y'all all my old phones. I got every phone I got since my first iPhone. I'm clearing my name. I got to be clear. You're not about to ever say I did something weird though. Not me.
everyone
Clear my name.
Granted, it wasn't shot, obviously. It wasn't something that was filmed. And if you don't want to get into specifics, your feeling of what happened. What was
bother.
that?
Scared, lack of control. I've been in environments like that before, and it never went good for me. So it was a trigger. And
look at his face, and you look crazy. You look crazy making these faces, but you're not defending yourself, so it make you look even crazier. Look.
I've been in environments like that before, and
look. You look like you get interrogated, like you know what I mean? They cross-examining and shit, and like the judge talking, you just sitting there. You gotta shut up.
It never went good for me, so it was a
Look,
trigger. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault. So I'll acknowledge that, and I think I told you that a couple of times. It's not your fault, but that's something that I need to work on. But if I feel as though that I'm unable to fully be myself after that happened, it's never going to change. I'm always going to have like some type of wall up.
it's not his fault. It's not his fault. And you told him that. So that's making me feel, I don't know, maybe she was hot and bothered and she acted like she was ready and then she pulled back. I don't know what the hell happened, fam.
Me think
Because at first I was thinking maybe it wasn't even something sexual. Maybe he was out and about and got into it with a guy or something. It was like a bar fight type of shit. But once she said they was by themselves, that take all of it out the picture.
thinking that, okay, maybe he's a good guy. And I had feelings for Marcus at one point. And I wanted to try to see if I could work it out. But the way that my safety felt, it compromised how I felt. So I can't go past that. It's just something I can't overlook.
Man, you can cry all you want, but we don't know what happened. I can't even be sad for you over nothing. I don't know what happened.
Dion, can I chime in for just a minute?
Why? Keep it cute.
Yeah. In love, I say this. Regardless what platform you're on, I'm going to say this to everybody.
Here we go, boy. Y'all should have gave her a host number 2 hat.
Regardless what platform you're on, it is very, very imperative that number one, you show up as your best self. Okay?
And your authentic self.
Your authentic
That's
self.
right.
And you don't do anything just because the lights are on.
Right.
You don't do anything because the cameras are on. I spend a lot of time in front of cameras. I spend a lot of time on stages. I myself every day. If my safety is compromised in any way, Tamara's not showing up. I'm just going to put that out there and make it plain, and nor should you for airtime. Because that too will make you feel away. Don't ever feel like you have to do that.
Crazy.
I've hoped that you feel that the staff and everyone else made you feel safe, because I have felt amazingly safe. When I say this has been one of the best experiences I've had from my experience. So I want to put that out there, that Meet2Marry has made us feel very safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, just because the lights are on, you don't have to show up. That's a conscious decision that we make on our own behalves. And that if you're showing up in the right regard, if this is Meet2Marry, this is not meet to entertain or meet to forward our own careers. This is not meet to be seen. This is Meet2Marry.
Man, she BM Jr. This ain't Pot the Blue and the Fine Friends.
And if you were,
now she giving us a breakdown of what they show is.
If you can't show up in that kind of regard, I say we don't do it.
Agree.
There's a difference there. So I give you that in love from someone who cares about you, and you know that I do. Let's now all move in a different way. Let's move with some intentionality, and let's communicate differently. And if someone makes you feel unsafe, never go back around them again then.
That's what, can I piggyback?
Yes.
I think that's what kind of like prompted my question, only because like I can understand like kind of like what it might have looked like on camera and like on the show and like to the viewers, especially like sitting here and hearing like, you know, not that you like had your mind made up about him, but like that you were already kind of like, okay, my guard is up. And I think like I said, that's just like what prompted my question, because if you felt that way, I still don't understand then why continue to do the show, or like specifically like pick him, if that makes sense. Like, why not propose like the opportunity to maybe find another match or anything like that, if you kind of like already solidify with yourself like you weren't going to see it through.
So
now the ladies, the youngest lady out here asking the best questions and the hardest questions, and act like she got the most sense.
like I had mentioned, I had feelings for Marcus at one point. So me to just be like, okay, I'm not talking to you anymore. I don't want to do the show anymore. I still wanted to do the show. I still wanted to see if maybe that feeling would go away.
What feeling?
And there was moments where we were hanging out. We hung out multiple times and I was fine. Which is like, okay, maybe it can go away.
You think shit gonna go away? Certain feelings don't never go away. It's like somebody cheat on your ass and you forgive them. You think you can get over it, it's just gonna go away. Hell no, you're gonna be sitting there having fun and you're gonna be thinking, damn, we having so much fun right now. She's smiling, I'm smiling. Can't believe she stepped out on me like that. You know, she can have a busy day. You can be like, damn, she seems so busy. How the hell she made time to do all of this? You know, all of that, it depending on what it is, some stuff you can never forget. You never forget it, man.
But after I sat down, I actually had a conversation with my mom. I told my mom what happened. I told some of my friends what happened. And they're like, no.
Ooh.
They told me no, based off of what I've already been through in my past.
So she didn't tell her mom, your friends, what she been through on her past. When women say that, that's normally means some type of assault. You know, that normally means some type of mental, physical, or verbal abuse. What I've gone through in my past. That's what that means. She done told all her family and everything is a wrap. Because even if she forgive you, they're never going to forgive you. They ain't even met you yet and looking at you. Oh, hell no.
They're like, no. I actually had a conversation with my mom. I told my mom what happened. I told some of my friends what happened.
I told some of my friends, you're done. You're done.
They're like, no. They told me no, based off of what I've already been through in my past and where I'm trying to go. So I'm like, okay, well,
what?
How do I move in this way now? Like for me, it was like, I wanted to give him grace. I don't know Marcus yet. I don't know anything about him. So like, okay, let's try. And that was me trying.
At what point did you say no in your head? Or like,
hey, leave her alone, man. They gonna get mad at you. Leave her alone.
Or did your
information.
circle to like be like no, and you
I kind of get where you're going with this too, because in all honesty,
that's an edit. She asked this girl a question. Let her answer the question. I don't know how you got back into chopping the question
like
up.
be like no, and you
I kind of get where you're going.
That's not an edit. She really just got chopped into
with this too, because in all honesty, what I don't want us to leave here doing is, I don't want to leave here with people having a thought process about either one of you that is inaccurate.
Exactly. Bingo. I don't want y'all to leave here with people having a thought process about you that's inadequate or leaving us to guess. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Did he sexual assault her? We don't know. She's acting like it. But why leave that to people to guess? I'm clearing my name. I got to clear my name.
With people having a thought process about either one of you that is inaccurate, because we all have lives outside of this room.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be very clear as to where we are. If this was a feeling that you had where you felt unsafe, then you have the right to move out of that. But
hell yeah, absolutely.
But to feel unsafe in your own fruition, not remove yourself,
it's crazy,
and then come here now and say things like that.
It's nuts. Ain't no fucking. I say nah. I ain't going down like that. We gotta tell it all.
I'm a girl's girl, and you know I'm an.
I don't want to hear that shit. See, I'm a girl's girl. I'm an advocate. I'm gonna do this. No, take that brother under your wing, just like you want to take that girl under your wing. A girl's girl. Y'all go to church. Y'all preach this, preach that. God was not a girl's girl. God was not a man's man. God looked over everybody, loved up on everybody. Keep that same energy. I was watching a video on TikTok and a black woman said, "Oh, I'm a woman first. I'm a woman before I'm black." No, you not. Your mama, while you was in your mama belly, she knew you were black before she knew if you was a woman or a man. So if you out here thinking that's the most dumbest feminist, I ain't gonna say that. I'm a woman before I'm black. What? Now you can say that. Now you might be saying some like shit like that if you white, but black people, we can't lose the plot that much. We got to lock back in. We got to lock back in, man. We got to lock back in.
And say things like that. I'm a girl's girl, and I'm an advocate for you. I'm Team Kendra. I love you. But let's be for real. He has to go to work. He has to go to work the next day. He has to go around people, and I don't want them to think that he's some kind
He's
of
not
person. So
any person like
let's
that.
really frame.
Here it is. He's not any person like that. Here it is.
But let's be for real. He has to go to work. He has to be an advocate for you.
Got to go to work Monday. Your coworker's gonna be like, man, clear your name, man.
And say things like that. I'm a girl's girl, and I'm an advocate for you. I'm Team Kendra. I love you. But let's be for real. He has to go to work. He has to go to work the next day. He has to go around people, and I don't want them to think that he's some kind
He's
of
not
person. So
any person like that.
Let's really frame that.
No.
Let's frame that appropriately, because this is all cute for TV. But I'm somebody who's very intentional, very genuine, very direct.
Right.
So let's frame this the proper way, because he's a life outside of here, as do you.
Right.
So I don't want to seem like demon and victim here. So let's frame it.
And
That'd be like he on trial.
And just to put a caveat with that, we do need to talk to you, Marcus, on your feelings, on how was.
Nah, hell no. We need to frame this shit, man. Not her sipping her drink after she didn't told your ass. Nah, we need to clear this up, man. We need to clear it up.
Your perception, because Rashene made a very good point earlier with his experience of perception is reality for you. And we've heard Kendra's perception. That was in turn for her reality. What was yours?
I think the biggest thing, I think the biggest issue in all of it was miscommunication, not trying to understand. With Kendra, and like she said, we've had many conversations. I felt like there was never a time for me to really give my true feelings into it all without it feeling like that's not how it went. That's how I felt to it all. It's like, okay, well, if my voice doesn't matter, then I don't really care, because you're going to make your assumption of me anyway. People know who I am. My family, my friends, my coworkers, everybody knows who Marcus is.
I don't know you, Marcus.
I know who I am. So even if someone talked down to me, hey, I'm going to use it as a platform to go higher.
I didn't want it to come off like I was talking down on you.
And let me say this. I'm not mad at you. I never could be mad at you for feeling how you feel, because I believe everyone has the right to feel how they feel and to express themselves.
Right.
But also to truly communicate, to truly talk, to talk things out fully before taking it and spreading it to other people, because everybody will take it a different way.
Yeah.
And when, one bad apple can mess up a whole bunch, it can be that.
Well, even like the game of telephone, you tell one person something and
it's going to change as soon as it goes through the person,
I think that regardless if it was your situation or our situation, it's sort of the same thing. It all boils down to communication. Even when there was a major accident, on one hand, you have someone who said, well, she just didn't show up, so she just blew me off. And I'm laying in the back of it off my ambulance. Like, wait a minute.
How did you take this situation and make it about you? How did you take this situation and make it about you and make it back to being all about you? How did you just do that? Damn, that takes some talent.
Well, she just didn't show up, so she just blew me off. And I'm laying in the back of it off my ambulance. Like, wait a minute, what's really good? I feel like I'm about to die here. But I think it's all about communication. And I tell people that's where grace moves space. That's where grace leaves space. If you give people this, they say a mustard.
And then there's another shot at him because he said he don't give people grace. And then she said that's where grace moves space. How did you take this situation and make it all about you again?
Seed of faith. We all go to church every Sunday, but we don't even utilize the principles we learn.
We go to church on Sundays because he kept talking about the scripture. We all go to church on Sundays, but you're not utilizing the principles you learn. She kicking your ass right now. Fight back. That's GOT, by the way.
If you have a mustard seed of faith, a mustard seed is the smallest little thing you could ever think of. Smaller than that you could even get your fingers close to. If you give people a mustard seed of faith,
damn,
you'll give them the opportunity to communicate. Damn. And not just to be heard and not just you to respond.
To understand.
But to actually understand. And then when you understand differently, you move differently. So even when Rashene had the conversation with you all just a moment ago about me not showing up, he didn't caveat and say, well, she was in a major accident first. Do you see what I'm saying? Again, we have to give that mustard seed of faith. Damn. It's a small amount of grace that you give people. I think that if I learned anything in the world from this experience, I told you it was cathartic. I've learned now, I'm actually writing something about that, that show people how to give people grace and how to start with yourself. Because if you give yourself that grace when you felt uncomfortable, it would not have to be, I have to talk to he, she, we, them, her, and he. You would have said, I feel uncomfortable, full stop.
In marriage, it does, that's a part of it. Everybody sat here, went to their therapy sessions, and one thing that I noticed just about everyone said was communication was like their non-negotiable. It was like, this is one of the things that I need. And that is something that you need in marriage. You need to give that person space and grace to be able to say, this is how I feel. And this is my reality. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm perceiving. And understanding it. You don't necessarily have to like it. A lot of times you're not going to like it, you know? However, giving that person the opportunity to share and also being the sharer, actually sharing, being safe enough to share. And the safety part that I'm gathering is something that you yourself, Kendra, did mention and say that you're working on. There's something that Kendra is still needing work on, right? Another thing that I do want to touch on for you, Marcus, is do you feel that, because I asked it with Rashene and Tamara, do you feel like you were really given an opportunity to follow up?
I feel like I was disqualified.
Woo!
I would say probably the second date, you know. I think once the actual date happened and everything, you know, you kind of can get the feelings of, it was a great time, don't get me wrong, but you could see like, okay, we're going through the motions.
Okay.
So, and you know, again, it's fine. I think that's the one thing as adults we have to realize is be able to read the room.
One of the largest components of marriage is when those
How
expectations.
the hell did you get the mic back?
Components of marriage is when those expectations meet preparation. Right? And so you're growing, right, into this best version of yourself, and it doesn't always feel good, right? It's not always comfortable. It's not comfortable. It's not supposed to be. Our greatest lessons are learned in the weeds, right? So when all those expectations that you have in your head now, they're going to grow and manifest and become something amazing, right? You're going to meet that preparation that you now have, and you're going to step into a greater version of yourself, and that new person may be right around the corner. Marcus grew from this too. You're both amazing people. And I want for all the best for you. But as you continue to build your preparation and build those expectations, there's nowhere to go but up from here.
And I always say, I'm sort of caught up what you said. I've always...
Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Ring the bell.
There's nowhere to go but up from here.
And I always say, I'm sort of caught up what you said. I've always talked about, look at the lobster. Lobsters continually grow, right? But they have to shed their shell and become vulnerable in order to grow a bigger shell. So a lot of us sometimes we have to, and I'm bad at this too. That's why I'm going through my therapy journey, right? Is you have to understand what it's like to be vulnerable, and in that vulnerability, learning how to grow. Because by growing and being vulnerable, you become not only bigger but stronger.
Well, just to switch gears a little bit, you guys all went on a group date, right? And
that boy went on a group date?
Yoga, everything was zen, and
I was like, group date.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'ma stay. Get into it. Get it. Y'all definitely did it. It happened.
I'm like, what was this?
And you
No, I'm gonna say.
and you all shared your thoughts on relationships and the whole process. So what moment or memory specifically with that date stood out to each of you?
I got a chance in that moment kind of to see the goodness, the depth, the width, and the depth of every person in that room. And I got a chance to see, wow, like 30 years ago, that was me. And what a beautiful journey that is to start there. But how amazing it's going to be when they get here. So I saw the trajectory. I saw everything in between. I saw the young ones. I saw you guys who were sort of like in the middle. I saw myself. And I'm thinking to myself, what a beautiful journey this life thing is if you just keep living. So it was just really just amazing to get the chance to see everybody. I mean, I learned a little bit more about every single person in that room. And I think I just left a little bit more rich than I was when I walked in.
Oh. Well, couple, what did you guys take away? What was a moment that stood out for you during that yoga session?
You're playing too much.
I think for me, what I took most,
What's wrong?
honestly, I think watching you take the yoga seriously was really cool. Like you were really you were really trying.
I knew that.
I thought that was cool. I don't know. I thought the whole experience was cool. That wasn't my first yoga class, but I think in this setting and in this environment and like still getting to know everybody, it was a really cool experience. But I think like on a personal level, I think just seeing him, I don't know, I thought that was cool.
Rashene, you was a bit reserved during that yoga session, which obviously is not the norm for you. So Tamara, how did you bear about your interacting with Rashene during that session?
I'm very rarely in a couple situation, but it was kind of uncomfortable only because no matter where you are with me, I'm going to bring the sun in with me. I'm going to always try to make someone laugh or smile or see what's going on with you. Like, I want to know, like, I genuinely do care. And I remember he was just really detached, not just from myself, but kind of from the group. And I was like, hey, me thing. Hey, what about this or what about that? And
He definitely was the tag. He wasn't even sitting by her. He was just sitting off in the cut.
was kind of like, whatever, girl. Like, we just really wasn't feeling needs. And that's fine. I think that's probably the first time in my life I've ever been in a situation like that where somebody was pretty much just like, yeah, kick rocks with dress size. So it was uncomfortable because I didn't understand what would make somebody get to that level, because I've not always been me, right? I've grown too. But if
that's the thing. You, like you told that girl, keep it cute. You keep it cute. You're still cordial. You're still keeping it cute. He like, if this ain't gonna work, man, I'm over it. Don't waste my time. I'm not about to kiki and laugh and act like it is what it ain't, and it ain't what it is. I'm good on you. That's the difference.
giving
And that's what I
kindness to
felt
me,
when I
I'm
saw
going
it.
to respond with kindness, and I'm going to at least say, today ain't a good day.
See,
You know what I
keep
mean?
it cute.
I done had a time. I done been through there. You
Keep
know
it
what I mean?
cute.
And I probably would have just said something, but I just felt like he wasn't checking for me at all. And that's fine. You don't have to. But I had been through a lot to even get there. Do you know what I mean? Like I still wasn't fully healed up from my accident, and I still showed up, not just for the taping, but because I still was wanting to give grace and was like, he's a good dude. He seems like a good cat, but he needs to get to know me a little bit first. And I gave it another shot, and he just was closed off from the beginning. So that was that.
Oh, Rashene, what happened? What was going on that day?
I will say you
what
live life
happened?
long enough to either be the hero, keep living, you become the villain. I feel like I'm the villain in her story, and that's fine. No problem. It's okay.
Actually, you're not even a
It
lead.
was.
You're not even a character in my story, but
And that was unnecessary. You're not even a character in my story. You sitting right next to him.
No problem. It's okay.
actually, you're not even a
It
lead.
was.
You're not even a character in my story, but go ahead.
For me so that never happened in her life, it's cool.
No, it hasn't. Because people are rude to me normally.
Okay, well, I didn't interrupt. While you spoke, can you give me the same grace? Thank you.
He used grace.
So I will say this.
What you gonna say, man?
If you get to know me long enough, I am actually a very reserved person. I am actually a very quiet person. I am the only boy, and I'm the oldest of my mother's children. So I'm very happy in my own space. It irritates me when someone continues to ask me, anything? Can I get that? Irritates me. And the reason why, because if I say I'm good, then that is what it is. When I'm ready to maybe say something or whatever it may be, then I'll say something. But that continuing to irritate, and it could be anybody. It could be production staff. It could be her. It doesn't matter. It could be my mom, right? So that's who I am. I'm a very reserved person. Hey,
You're
you
saying
guys
all
may
this
see
to
the
say what?
professor, and that's me having to be on. And sometimes,
And this is her trying not to laugh because you keep self-proclaiming yourself a professor and you are not a professor. This is her looking to the side.
they see the professor, and that's me having to be on. And sometimes I want to be on, right? So in that group setting, I think I had some small conversations with you. It weren't like grandiose conversations. It was just, hey, hi and bye. It was, oh, we share the same birthday. Or, hey, you guys are doing whatever over there. And again, I go back to perception of everyone else's reality. I think, when I'm in that mood, I'm just focused or whatever it may be, trying to figure out what's going on, I may come off as a beau. I get it. But that's who I am. And it had nothing to do with me not wanting to open up to her or be around her or whatever it was. No, you asked me to be here. I showed up. This is what I'm here to do. And we'll go through yoga. I did yoga. I don't think we spoke much during yoga, period. I think we spoke a lot after the yoga. But for the most part, I know her and Marcus were basically having a conversation. And everyone else said something here and there. I didn't feel that was in the questions that were being asked or the conversation that was being had, I didn't think that was a space for me to even interject or say anything. So I sat to myself until I was asked a question. Because that's me. I'm listening.
Do have a question.
I can ask you a question first real
Yes,
quick.
of course.
So like, do you feel like, because I'm a very quiet and reserved person too, so like I have my moments and I have those moments a lot, so I'm quiet. So like, do you feel like you would want to offer up that information to a person? Like if they are continuously asking you, would you feel like sharing like, I'm having a moment, or like just communicating that?
That's a wonderful question. Appreciate you for asking it. I will say this. If you were to ask me, hey, you good? And I tell you yes, then that's me telling you I'm fine.
Well, wouldn't it be like in your head though?
Because for me, I am fine. So for me, if I tell you I'm fine, take that at face value.
Well, how would they perceive it though? Like, so it's two.
I agree with both of them right there. I agree with you. And then he's saying, yeah, I'm fine. But what'll happen sometimes, what'll happen is, hey, are you doing okay? Yeah, I'm good. Are you sure you're good? Yes, I'm good. It just doesn't seem like you're good. I said I'm good 3 times. I'm good. I said I'm good 3 times. Why you keep asking me if I'm good? Did I do something to you? Why are you so angry? Why is your tone this way? That's how the shit be happening. You be like, God damn, man. Yes. I'm fine now because you keep asking me if I'm fine. But, hey, right then and there, you got to say, hey, listen, I said I was fine. When you keep asking me if I'm fine, or you say, hey, are you hungry? No, I'm good. You sure you don't want hungry? You ain't? No, I'm good. You ain't eat. Never. When the last time you ate? You need to eat. You need to do better. God damn. GOT, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when the shit escalate.
Separate people in their own realities. So you're fine in your own mental space.
Correct.
But in theirs, they're picking up cues that you're not.
Right. And I am not responsible for your perception.
Okay.
And that is, you see how they face look? You see how that face look? And that is also older men stuck in their ways. You right here, you trying to communicate, you trying to get it cleared, you trying to help them understand. We already did that 20, 30, 40 years already. That's what I'm talking about. Them older folks be stuck. And the smallest thing will piss them off. You'll be done. You'll be cut.
In your own mental space.
Correct.
But in theirs, they're picking up cues that you're not.
So, just think about this, fellas. Think about you talking to your daddy or your granddaddy. You're not about to keep asking your daddy some same shit. You're not about to keep asking your granddaddy. You're not about to keep asking your mom. Mom, is it okay if we do this? Mom, can I have this? No. Well, you just told me. No, I said no. No. I'm just saying, Mom, why do you keep talking? Stop talking back. Say something again, you're going to be picking your teeth up off the floor. It's going to be stuff happening like that. That's how it's going to pop off.
Right. And I am not.
Any fashion. Coaching, you play a sport, you got a coach. You not about to keep blah, 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 blah. It's not. It's going to be one time. Boom.
Responsible for your perception. Okay. If I tell you that I'm fine,
I remember I was in Little League one time, and I was doing something, and then I remember like yesterday, because certain shit stick with you. I was doing something, and then coach said, "Hey, be quiet and listen." Or coach like, "Hey, y'all listen up." Boom. And I'm like, "Oh, but coach, you said we was gonna do that." Shut up. And I'm like, "Oh shit." You know what I mean? My mom tried to come talk to the coach, talking about, "Oh, how come you told him shut up?" And I told my mom, like, "Nah, mom, it's okay, man. Like, he was right. You know what I'm saying? He was right. I should have shut my ass up." You know, I'm not saying he gonna tell somebody shut up. I'm just giving you an example of you're not about to just keep da 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 da.
I can't. Like, if you told me you were fine, and I don't think you're fine. I can't keep going into a circle and go into my head trying to figure out he's not really fine. I don't know, and keep asking you questions. No, if you tell me you're fine, I'm gonna take that at face value. So that's how I take things.
And that's how men gonna do stuff, but women don't work that way. Women be like, you guys gotta dig deeper. You guys gotta make sure your friends are okay. You guys gotta dig. You gotta get mental healthness of where you gotta get. I ain't doing it. I don't want nobody to do it to me. I don't care. Even if I ain't fine. When I'm gonna tell you, even if I'm not fine and I say I'm fine, let it rock out. And then when I feel comfortable talking about it, or I feel okay, or I might need a little moment, then it's gonna rock out like that.
If I say I'm fine, I'm good. If you feel that I'm certain type of way, come have a conversation. Hey, he says you're fine, but X, Y, and Z. No, but I will tell you, no, I'm good. I have no issues.
But here we are talking as well concerning relationships, right? And how things can be perceived. If you're saying to someone, okay, I'm fine, and this happens in marriage, but you're truly not. And the person that you're with, whether it's in a serious dating or even long-term, you're already married, etc., it is very important to be real with that person and tell them, I'm not fine, and maybe right now is not the best time for me to talk about it. And give that person the opportunity to say, okay, let me back off. Let me give you your space. Let me give you, the 50 feet, whatever it is. Because one thing that you didn't mention was there's a professor and then there's Rashene. And when you have to be on, you have to be on.
Mm-hmm.
Who were you in that moment?
So I'm always going to be me. But I think there's a perception that I'm always going to be the most jovial person, the one's going to crack the most jokes, the one's going to be that person 24/7, 365. That's not always me. But also, and I see your question, comment, Aaliyah.
We gonna get there, Aaliyah. We gonna get there. Let it marinate a little bit.
But to sort of go to what you're saying, so everyone processes things differently, right? That's why we're all humans. That's why it makes us unique. So for me, if there's something bothering me, I have no issue telling you, hey, I'm processing something. Give me a second. There's also times where I may tell you, I'm good. And I am good, but I am still processing certain things in my head. Not necessarily the situation, but I'm fine.
I just said that too, by the way. I say you're just gonna need a little second. He get with you when he get with you.
But things can continue to go a certain type of way to where, okay, now I'm not fine. But I am good in that moment. So what I'm really trying to say, what I mean by that is sort of, if I say I'm good or if I'm fine or if I'm okay, I'm generally okay, I'm fine in that moment. But it's things that could lead, whether you keep coming asking me the same question, or it's where we're doing something and you continue to do something that's frustrating to me.
At that point, I'm no longer fine. And at that point, I would say, listen, this is what's going on. I'm not okay. I need to take a couple minutes to myself. Now, in the past, I was the type of person that if you bothered me, or if I was like, I'm good, and you kept doing that, I would completely disconnect. And when I mean disconnect, I wouldn't speak to you for 3, 4, 5, 6 days.
Ooh, Chile.
Right? And again, I believe therapy is a great thing. I realized where that was coming from. And I started to work through that to where now I don't, I can go to a case in point. I mean, young lady who I was dating at the time, she was like, hey, you good? I'm like, yeah. I said, well, and she just kept, and I completely disconnected from her. I put her in spam. I don't want to talk to her, the whole nine. So, and it wasn't good, not a good way to process things, but that's where I was at that point. And so through therapy, I've gotten better at that. So I really, really mean, if anyone who sees me or knows me, if I tell you I'm fine, and people, my family will tell you, if I tell you I'm fine, they know he's good, leave him alone. Like whether he looks it or he isn't, he's fine. But I'm not always going to be the most jovial person. Sometimes I want to be.
Yeah, I mean, that expectation is not realistic. I think we all have different facets of ourselves as people. But that's why I asked specifically which showed up that day. Were you coming on to be on and be professor, or you coming as what the expectation of you signing up for is to be Rashene?
So
someone open, fill up.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. Yeah, I was Rashene. So for me, again, going back, Professor and Rashene are not two separate people. They're just, one is expected to be on 1,000% of the time, joking the whole night. That's my perception of what people think of Professor. I'm expected to say, hey, if you ask me if you ask me something about relationships, I'm going to give my answer 100% of the time.
She tired. She ready. She over your stuff. You putting her to bed.
Well, that's not necessarily who I am 100% of the time. So in that space, I'm like, okay, what are we doing? Because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. We're moving mats. We're doing this. What do we got going on? And then once I figure out, okay, this is what we're doing, I did the whole process. I didn't have any. We didn't speak during yoga. I'm behind. I couldn't speak. Just too much work. But so I couldn't speak. But again, had the conversation after the yoga led itself to where I had more things to say or more things to interject, I would have. But it really was. I mean, again, Marcus and Tamara dominated the conversation, which was great because it was a great conversation. And I interjected when I needed to, but for the most part, they led that conversation. But I came on there as Rashene, as the person I'm supposed to be, because I don't like a lot of times when I'm perceived to be, hey, this is Professor 1,000% of the time. Where well, don't do this or don't say that. Like, no, I have a master's degree from Brown University. I'm an Ivy League educated individual. Do this or don't say that. Like, no, I have a master's degree from Brown University. I'm an Ivy League educated individual. I'm a very smart individual. So at the end of the day, I know what to do and what not to do. I don't need to be told what to do. So,
why you do that when he talk about his education?
So I think they think Professor, they think if I'm supposed to come off as that person, I'm going to be sophomoric the whole time.
He lost everybody. She looking over there, everybody.
So that's what that was, and I don't, I had no ill will toward her. I think, I don't know, maybe she did, maybe she didn't. When I didn't, like, I'm not the most come in and give me a big old hug when I first see you. I think it was, what time was it? Like 1 o'clock.
I ain't want no hug from you. Damn, it's getting. It's these drinks. It gotta be the drinks. We was keeping it cute before, but it's getting out of hand.
Like, I'm not the most come in and give me a big old hug when I first see you. I think it was, what time was it? Like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 12. I don't know what time it was.
Cause I'm like, nobody wanted a hug from you.
Oh Lord, it's the drinks. Damn, it's the drinks. What happened to keep it cute?
That's a hi is all I asked for. A hi, an acknowledgement to say, hey girl, hey. I didn't say you had to be over the top.
I said hello to you.
Again, we get it.
So
I'm a
well, I don't know
public
where.
speaker, been a public speaker now for over 20 years. I speak to
I'm a public speaker. I've been a public speaker for over 20 years. Now she about to tell us how many people she spoke to.
thousands of people at a
Congratulations.
time. We don't expect you to be on all the time. Nobody expects anybody to be on, but a gentle hi was all somebody needed.
Did I say hello?
All right,
Did I
well,
say hello? I just want to know if I say
I
hello.
got a question, but I think we got exactly where
Go
we're
ahead,
going to get
Aaliyah,
with this
girl.
conversation. Yeah, wait,
Go
what's your
ahead,
question,
girl.
honey?
So like for me, listening to everything, that everything fine thing and getting notebook, but I was just stuck on, but it was still a great thing. Like, and in this particular instance, Tamara was your date. So like I understand like you saying like, you know, her consistency was irritating for you, but her being there knowing that
Was my date.
yeah, so she wants
Talking to my date.
Okay. Again, did I not speak to her?
I mean, I don't think
Well, I'm asking is a yes or no question. Did I not speak to her?
Well, it's not if or if you didn't.
It is a yes or no question. It is a yes or no question. That's it. Did I speak? She said, come in and say, now acknowledge me. You don't want a hug? Did I speak?
Speak. It's your intent or where your energy towards that person.
I came for a date. I came to
Yeah, and if somebody come for a date and all you say is hello, that's still not enough for the date. You got to have some dialogue and talk. And if you ain't want to come for the date, you should just stay your ass home.
enjoy. It was yoga. It was not an MMA match. It was not. We're not there for mental jeopardy. We were there to have a nice, relaxing time with each other. Whatever happened to me before I came in that door, I left outside the door because it was nobody in there. It was nobody's fault. I had just left from physical therapy at the time because I still going through physical therapy, by the way. And I came, had the date, was excited to meet with everybody. You and I didn't exactly, I wouldn't say we even dominated conversation. Everyone spoke. We
Yeah.
just,
I think we were the starting
it was
force.
just a vibe.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, honestly, I felt like it was just a vibe. We were just all vibing off each other and really having a good time.
But I think it was a moment for everyone to share, and Tamara and Marcus just had a lot to share. And I think that's just sometimes how group conversations go. I do feel like we're kind of at a moot point where it's the perception that Tamara had was her reality. She felt a cold shoulder. You're like, I was good until I wasn't good, because then I got attitude because he talks to me too much, et cetera, et cetera. Then we have our couple here that's like, hey, we're on a group date. The expectation is to be together, one band, one sound. So, I mean, it's everyone kind of having their own experience within an experience. And I think that's what this whole thing was about. Everyone had an experience with another person, meeting another person and figuring them out, and also being open to figure out some things about themselves. And I think one of the beautiful things about you guys' therapy sessions was that you could have the opportunity to uncover some of those things to either help you within the relationship that you are pursuing now or for a future relationship. Miss Aaliyah.
sorry, my brain just be prompting y'all. I think I just wanted to add, like, additionally, like, no one is saying that you can't come in as yourself, because like being on a dance team, like everyone is expected to like leave your issues and stuff at the door, because when we walk into this room, we're coming in supporting each other, like we're here as a team. And there are going to be days where sometimes your baggage comes through the door.
That's right.
And that's not to say that, you know, you may or may not have been going through something that day. You might have been cool, but it was just like, no one's saying that you can't be yourself. Like, you are more reserved and you're saying that you're more quiet. No one's saying that you can't be that way. So I just wanted to make, like, you know, I guess emphasize that there's no expectation for you to be on or off. I think what everyone was more looking for or expecting was, I guess, a sense of like authenticity with like expecting was, I guess, a sense of like authenticity with like Zai said, like, your intention. Because, like,
Why is that so hard for y'all to say?
yes, we appreciate your presence for being here. Like, yeah, you checked that off the box. But, and for in perception with due date, like we like I said, we had our talk or whatever, you know. We all, you know, chatted in the room. You were a little bit more quiet, and that's okay. But in the sense of like Tamara's like point of view coming into the door, and like you said you greeted her. That's all cool, but I think emphasis point and case, at least just intention.
Well, first off, I didn't see her when I walked through the door. She came back up to me and I said, "Oh, man, hi." The other part, though, that I believe felt religion is that she said, "I don't know why they matched me with him."
Woo!
When did I say that?
You said it. You should know when you said it. If I heard it, I mean, I just come out of thin air and have it come out of the blue. So, just going back to your point, if I'm okay at one point and I hear that, am I supposed to still put on my show?
I think in that moment, as an adult, you talk to her about it. If that's something that you heard and this is your supposed match, and, you know, because there's one thing to like hear something and then take it with you, and now you're just holding on to it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like, and I'm not gonna say like what you heard was not true or not true because you said you heard it from her mouth or however the case may be. But as an adult, like if you felt that way and you were gonna carry it with you into rooms, then you should have addressed it with her.
Well, I didn't carry it. I just heard it as that is what it is. So, but again, I already came in with an attitude, correct? That was the perception.
Well, I didn't say
No, I'm not saying you said it, but that was the perception, right? So I already came in with an attitude. So then I stayed the same. I didn't change. My attitude didn't change from the time I walked through the door to the time I walked back out that door. Right? It never changed. Even if I did hear that, I'm not going to have a conversation with her. There's no reason for me to have a conversation with her.
I don't know why you showed up feeling like this. I don't know why you showed up if you wasn't feeling him. The other guy, I don't know why you showed up if she wasn't comfortable being around you and you could sense it and you felt like y'all was just going through the motions. I don't understand
about that.
But you also don't get a chance to disrespect me either.
And here we go.
There's no reason for me to have a conversation with her about that.
But you also don't get a chance to disrespect me either. And
I didn't disrespect. I'm not disrespecting you.
Hold on,
then
because
again,
you've cut
you
me
disrespected
off.
me by
You've kind of disrespected me this whole time, and
I'm the villain.
I've been a late. Like I told you before, you're not a villain in my story. You're not even a character. So let's really get it all the way together. I'm a lady in every way. You will not disrespect me sitting here. You will not cut me off. You will not treat me like that. If you don't have to talk to me, that's fine. I asked you when you came in, hey, how are you?
When did he disrespect her? Did he disrespect her? I know she cut him off before because he mentioned to her twice like you keep cutting me off. But this is the feeling of like trying to talk to your mom. Like she not, even at a grown age, like I'm the mother. You gonna listen you can't talk to your mom, bro. You just can't, like, damn, ma, we're adults now. Can we talk? Like, you know what I mean? It's like you got something concern, something bothering you. You can't talk to your mother. Your mother just still looks at your ass as a child. Like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. You got it, man.
Human to human. If you here, you will not cut me off. You will not treat me like that. If you don't have to talk to me, that's fine. I asked you when you came in, hey, how are you? Human to human.
So she's telling your eyes, she's making your eyes detached.
If you decided at that point that you wanted to be disrespectful and rude to a woman, that is something that looks bad on you, not me. I carry myself like a lady at all times. You will never disrespect me. And I'm telling you this again, you will never.
And this is why I don't talk to people that move their hands either. I don't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Hey, stop moving your hands. Stop doing all that moving your hands. Just talk to me regular, please.
I carry myself like a lady at all times. You will never disrespect me. And I'm telling you this again, you will never disrespect me. At the end of the day.
Nobody's saying anything. You see how you look down? That's how men. This is how we look down when your mama yelling at everybody, yelling at all the siblings and shit. You just look down, man. Just look down. This is how it is.
Hey, if there was something you needed to say, you should have said it and communicated like an adult. If you cannot, then you don't. And at any point you could have said, you know what? I don't want to go on a date with her. I don't want to be seen with her. I'm not showing up at yoga. Cease and desist. The same as we just talked about if you feel unsafe, full
And
stop.
you gotta think anybody that's on this level, degrees, money, all that stuff she like, all that stuff she want, all that stuff she has. I'm sorry. Any man that's got equivalent to that going on or more going on, ain't nobody sitting down shooting it. I'll be like, this is a headache. It sounds like a headache. It's a headache.
If you didn't want to be seen in the room with me, you thought I said something, full stop. And then we have an adult conversation. If I heard, conceived, thought, or even perceived that you said something about me, I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to text you. Because even when I was hurt from the accident, you text me because you wanted to know when I was going to get better, when I was great, because you guys wanted to finish the taping. It wasn't so much about how I was. It was when I was going to get better so we could continue taping. Let's be real and let's be clear. So that at the end of the day, you could have had a conversation with me. I have never in my life, and I'll say in my life, had a man try to be disrespectful to me in the way that you just did, and he's cutting me off and all type of stuff. You're trying to prove a point that's really been lost. That at the end of the day, you show more about your character than mine.
All right, wrap it up. Let them reply.
Why
Wrap
did
it
they
up.
match me with you? It was because of the way you
And this is the
treated.
difference between Pop the Balloon. Like, the host don't know what to do right now. The host don't know what to do right now. Because they ain't never dealt with them like this. Wrap it up. Let him rebuttal. And please don't cut him off when he go.
Me. The sexual jokes you said to me on our dates, the grace that I gave you that you did not receive, that you did not extend back to me. I have given you nothing but grace.
I remember the sexual jokes. He did make a sexual joke because he was like, oh, we can get out of here. We can get out of here right now. We can go to the crib. We can get up out of here. I remember that, but anything else they ain't put in there.
Nothing but kindness, and I don't deserve anything that you just gave me. And with that, we're done.
Can I speak now? I want to interrupt you.
Well, let's be clear.
No, let him finish.
Because I do want to make sure that everyone has the right understanding. I do understand your point, Tamara.
Well, they do you.
Understand your point, Tamara. Oh, if you said, why did they match me with him? You guys picked each other. Whichever way that went.
So now she's trying to make sure the show still holds credibility and it don't look like they matching people and shit.
First,
you got to clear that out. Good job.
Second, third, whatever happened, you guys said, this is someone I want to pursue. This is something I'm interested in, a person I'm interested in getting to know. If at any point during that experience, you said to yourself, this is not a good fit for me. We have Abby. Abby's not here, but she made that decision. She said, Taco Bell ain't for me. I'm not going to nobody's Taco Bell. Full stop. And that was that. So I think it's also very incumbent of us all to be honest with that. What was your intention coming in? What did you get from that experience or that person? We have this beautiful couple here. They decided to pursue. We have this beautiful couple here. They decided this is not for me. That happened with you guys, and it's okay. Everybody's not for everybody. But I think having a open heart to say, I'm going to do the work, use the tools to say, all right, well, from face value, you're attractive. You said some things that made me say, I'll take a second look, and then pursue that and to go deeper. That's what relationships are all about. That's how you get to being 5, 10, 15, 25 years married.
Man, we don't want to hear this, man. I want to hear his rebuttal to everything she just said. We don't want to hear no more, none of this.
It's not all gravy at the front. So that grace that y'all saying real cutesy about, y'all really need to do it. Because every single day in marriage, you're giving grace to your partner, to your spouse, to your loved one. So even if you're not going to the altar today, tomorrow, maybe 2 years from now, whatever the case may be, extend that grace to the people in your lives that you love. Because we all need it. You know what I'm saying? We all sat down here, talked about being believers and all that. If it wasn't for his grace, where would we be?
Let him get a
I'm
rebuttal,
gonna leave it there.
please.
This was great.
What?
Thank you so much.
What?
You guys are amazing. Beautiful, black, and excellent.
He don't get to respond to none of that?
Thank you so much for being here with us.
No, thank you.
We're going to end it right there.
Oh my God. That's nuts. I can't believe y'all rapped that like that and he ain't get to respond and say nothing. That is nuts. That is nuts. Pulled the plug on your ass. What?
As you can see, your boy GNT is back, and I'm happy to be here with you guys. So, on the closeout, we have some questions that we wanted to start with. What you got for him, babe?
So the game is called Who's Who. This is going to be between all of the contestants here. Write your answers on
Ain't nobody doing
a couple of seconds, okay?
Man.
Y'all ready? You want some honest answers? Don't think too hard.
I can't believe
y'all
that,
did your
bruh.
SATs and stuff already.
I can't believe
All right,
you
so
let this man get a rebuttal.
Who's the best
This
at
is
avoiding
nuts.
hard questions? Who's the best at avoiding hard questions?
I can't
This ain't the
believe
MCATs.
y'all did that.
Just think about the people
Oh
that's on the show.
God.
Across from you, next to you, beside you, way here. Where's he?
I can't believe y'all ain't let that man get no
Who can
rebuttal,
evade a
fam.
good old
Answers. Reveal, we got
Sandy.
Sandy. We got
me?
Professor.
Most
Professor.
letters. We have professor.
Professor.
Me,
Professor.
She don't like the professor either.
Hey, and he pointed at you.
All right.
I answered questions fully.
The latest. Okay, the next question is who's the latest person?
Shit.
Who is tardy for the party?
We already know who that is.
All the time.
Look at those faces. We already know,
It was
baby.
kind of long.
2, 1. Show your answers.
Kendra, Leah.
Love you, girl. Leah.
Kendra, Sandy, Leah. Sorry, girl. Report.
Right.
So tragic. Talk about that later.
This question is who's most likely to start a gender debate?
Ooh.
The women's in between.
Kendra,
I made that long.
1.
Professor, me, Kendra.
Damn, Professor.
That's the birthday thing.
What is that new TikTok thing?
Birthday.
Me looking back at
And but
Yeah.
you're the birthday. What is that new TikTok?
Outro song.
Is it
The most hard to please.
I can't believe
Who's the
y'all
most
let this
difficult person to
man-
please? It don't matter what you do.
I can't.
You locked in.
Sandy.
4, 3, 2, and 1.
Sandy. You got me.
That's true too.
I need you to know
It's
something.
like I want to have kids, but then I'll hear about, but then I don't know. But if I hear about it, I don't like it.
Me, I got high standards.
I think that's what I said, but okay.
We need to have a high standard. I ain't saying nothing.
A mirror on the wall.
Who's the finest of them all?
Them all.
Or everybody, Sandy.
Everybody, Sandy.
Kendra.
Yes, Kendra.
We got all the women.
She know who it is. Okay. So,
I can't believe y'all. let that
who's
man
most
respond.
likely to give an inspirational speech?
Boy, we already know who
It's Sandy with a
got.
Y.
3, 2, and 1.
All right, we got Tamara, me. We got Sandy, inspirational. Okay.
Okay. What you need.
We all know this.
So,
This game is.
who's most likely to spin the block?
Professor Jasmine, you spinning the.
Okay. Who's most ready for marriage? Chris.
2, we got Tamara.
And
1. So
The beautiful couple in the blue.
Tamara's ready, and Kendra. We got Tamara. We got.
Who's most ready for marriage? Me. Both of them put me. Y'all have both lost y'all damn mind. My point about Kendra needing to heal still stands. It's obvious that Kendra was never into Marcus and just used the whole not feeling safe thing as an excuse to disqualify him. 3, the fact that Tamara literally turned every conversation about herself proves my point on her having a main character complex. Oh, yep, she turned everything about herself. Tamara was also being extremely disrespectful and aggressive towards the professor with the backhanded comments, plus cutting him off, and the looks that she was giving. That's not feminine behavior at all. The only people that Leah should take advice from is GMT, and that's what I said. I said all of that. I said, please don't take advice from none of these women up here. Kendra beating around the bush just to not say whatever it was. Just don't bring it up or at all. Thank you for this. Let me see. The doctor is a beautiful lady, but she comes off as a handful. The more you watch these type of shows, the more you understand why some of these people are single. Dion speaking facts about what it takes to survive a marriage, giving grace. What made old girl feel unsafe? Who knows, fam? Right? I don't know. Nobody knows. She's exhausting. Bring Marcus back. He was really robbed from the experience. He is truly a great guy. Oh my God, the conversation with Rashene about other people expecting to know what you're going through. That doesn't work in intimate relationships. Why does everyone keep mentioning their degrees? Insecurity speaks loudly, and confidence is quieter. I agree. Man, run. Stay away from that woman. She's painting him in a horrific manner. Oh, tell me about it. This is going to be like a 2.5 hour long reaction from TPindell. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes. Kiss my ass. I'm wrapping it up right there just because you talk shit. Appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Let me see what y'all thought in the comment section, man. Keep it honest. Let's be respectful and let's have some great dialogue. Always a pleasure. See y'all sooner than soon. I'm gone.